Majority Online quickly. Mahama promises to commission inquiry into deaths related to 2024 elections. EC declares NPP's Ernest Kumi winner of disputed Akwetia parliamentary seat. Nullified our central declaration. I was forced to declare Ebi Bite the winner. This is EC official telling Jean Manson. Recalcitrant Akufo-Addo caused NPP's heavy defeat. This is Apia Kubi. Sorry. More pointing of fingers ongoing. Trump says Syria will not fight our. Trump says Syria not our fight. Staying out may not be so easy. Now, after 50 years of Assad cruelty, Syrians set for dead loved ones. This is BBC News. If you go to CNN quickly, CNN this morning is leading with horrors of life and death under Syria's Assad. Xi's RSVP is a snub to Trump, but the inauguration invite is still a big deal. 18-year-old Indian becomes the youngest ever chess world champion, and then a startup added 20 inches of fresh ice to part of the Arctic. Critics say it's a huge risk. China sentences former Premier League soccer star to 20 years in prison for, guess what? Corruption. Nathan, let's get into the details of the story now.
If you go to the Daily Graphic, transition team probes last-minute deals, payments, recruitments involved. And the story says the joint transition team working on the transfer of power from the government to the incoming administration will set up a committee to probe red flags raised over last-minute recruitments by the outgoing government into various ministries, departments, and agencies. The committee will be tasked to determine if the recruitments followed laid down procedures and adhered to a fair process. It will also be required to determine if the Ministry of Finance issued financial clearance before those recruitments were made. The committee will further investigate a pending payment of 240 million cedis to an entity linked to the Electricity Company of Ghana. The spokesperson for the transition team, Felix Kwakye-Ofosu, told the Daily Graphic in an interview that yesterday's meeting sought to institute a committee to probe the issues raised in order to make a determination.
Let me take you to citynewsroom.com. 3 Catholic priests assaulted at Nkwanta. What exactly happened? 3 Indian Catholic priests based at Kpasa in the Nkwanta North District of the Oti region were brutally beaten by a mob at a fuel station in Nkwanta last Wednesday. The 3 Catholic priests are Father Robinson Melkis, Father Frank Henry Jacob, and Father Martin George, all belonging to the Capuchin Friars. How do you say that? Friars, Capuchin Friars, yes. They have been engaged in missionary activities in the country since 2005. Now, they were beaten to such an extent that Father Frank Henry Jacob lost hearing in one of his ears. He has been referred to the Yendi Hospital. Now, parts of the attack were captured in a video which has been widely circulated on social media. 2 other officials of the Nkwanta South Municipal Assembly who were accompanying them were also assaulted by the mob. They are the municipal engineer and the municipal town and country planning officer Samuel Olanyo Asuba. According to the Vicar General of the Catholic Diocese of Jasikan, Monsignor, I'm not sure I'm getting this right. I hope I do.
Monsignor.
Okay, Monsignor.
Yes.
Joseph Kofi Insia.
Okay, so he's the vicar.
Oh, vicar.
Yes.
Right. According to Monsignor, they had gone to hire a bulldozer from the Nkwanta South Municipal Assembly to work on a piece of land they were preparing to construct a formation house project for seminarians at Chiasso in the Nkwanta South Municipality. They paid an amount of 9,700 Ghana cedis and were accompanied by 2 officials to move the equipment to the site at Chiasso. Now, Monsignor Nsia said they were at a filling station to fuel the equipment when they were attacked by the mob, who accused them of trying to steal the equipment. He said for 30 minutes they were beaten mercilessly until they were rescued by officers of the Ghana Immigration Service. Okay, I think I've seen this video. I didn't know they were a Catholic priest. I think earlier what I saw from the video was that those who are assaulting them claimed that they were trying to attempt to steal the machines, which they say are drip equipment. So that's what has happened. I'm sure that the officers of the law will deal with this matter accordingly.
Let's stay with matters of the election and moving forward. Page 3 of the Daily Graphic. New government needs solid team. This is in relation to economic challenges. The story says 4 analysts say the incoming John Mahama administration will need to assemble a solid team capable of addressing the country's economic challenges to set the right governance tone for his second presidency, especially in terms of trust. Professor of Finance at the University of Ghana Business School, Professor Godfrey Bokpin, the Dean of the University of Cape Coast School of Business, John Gachi, said the enormity of work ahead required immediate action in government. The two said a capable team would enable the new government to implement policies to respond positively and directly to the concerns of Ghanaians after COVID, the Russia-Ukraine war, the debt exchange program, and all these have exacerbated existing vulnerabilities in the country.
Right. Now, following that defeat, a lot of accusing fingers, a lot of accusations and blame game has been ongoing. If you go to my journal online, recalcitrant Akufo-Addo caused MPP's heavy defeat. This is Apia Kubi, outgoing member of parliament for Asante Achim North in the Ashanti region. He has attributed the NPP's heavy loss in the December 7, 2024 general elections to President Akufo-Addo's leadership decisions. The NPP suffered a major defeat at the polls with its presidential candidate Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia conceding early in the elections. John Mahama secured a decisive victory, becoming president-elect. Let me give you a quote. The blame will go by extension because President Akufo-Addo refused to listen to us. Even when we saw the reality and tried to communicate it to him, he wouldn't accept anything of the sort. He didn't do enough to help Dr. Bawumia, because if you won't listen to your own MPs, it was not just one person speaking. We were advocating with the support of more than 96 members of parliament. So a lot of blame games ongoing. We are told by Richard Anyagba that the NPP will set up a committee to understand why they lost. I'm sure if they go back to some of our text messages and what people have been saying on the show, they would easily find out why they lost. Well, but yes, they are putting together a clinical process to find out why their defeat was that massive.
Staying with that, Dr. Matthew Poku Prempe, aka Napo, has issued a letter reflecting on the outcome of the elections. This is on page 4 of the Inquisitor paper that gives a lot of its space to NAPO and NAPO related matters. In his letter to Ghanaians dated 11 December, NAPO expressed respect for the verdict of the Ghanaian people and acknowledged the need for the NPP to work with the public to address their concerns. He went on to express his gratitude to God for the opportunity to serve his party and country, and to Dr. Bawumia and the NPP's leadership, to the party supporters for their confidence and support. He stated that he would remain confident that the NPP would emerge stronger and regain the trust and support of Ghanaians.
How is the dollar doing against the cedi, or is the cedi doing against the dollar this morning?
I haven't had a look.
I'm taking a look. It's okay. So I'm checking online. It says 14.70. Those of you who have been to the Forex Bureau in recent times, let me know how the cedi is performing. But if you go to citinewsroom.com, 14. That's what I'm seeing online. So that's what I'm seeing online.
We'll find out.
So those of you who have been, business desk, please come and update me on this one. But stabilizing the cedi will be my top priority. This is what John Mahama is saying. If you go to citinewsroom.com, President-elect John Dramani Mahama has stated that his primary goal after a smooth transition of power will be to ensure economic growth and stabilize Ghana's cedi. He was speaking on his plans for the future, where he revealed the importance of addressing Ghana's economic challenges, including inflation, currency depreciation, which he says have all impacted Ghanaians adversely. So that's John Mahama on citinewsroom.com. Let me bring you some international news very quickly. Elton John is on CNN, and he says that he believes legalizing marijuana, legalizing in Tampino, is one of the greatest mistakes of all time. I don't know why he's saying that, but I'll bring you details. This morning, the Brotherhood might not be too happy with Elton John, but Elton John is not holding his tongue when it comes to legalized marijuana. In an interview with Time Magazine as part of their Icon of the Year coverage, the legendary singer shared his thoughts about the legalization of cannabis in parts of the US and Canada. I maintain that it's addictive, he said. It leads to other drugs, and when you are stoned, and I have been stoned, you don't think normally. In a competitive, legalizing marijuana in America and Canada is one of the greatest mistakes of all time. John comes at it from the perspective of being sober for many years. He is Eminem's sponsor. He orchestrated English pop star Robbie Williams' first stint in rehab. So he says he's been stoned before, and he feels that legalizing the herbs, the herbs has not herbed the system and the brotherhood. So that's Elton John. But Nathan, if you go to China, China has sentenced its former Premier League soccer star to 20 years in prison for corruption. Story quickly says that former Chinese soccer star and coach of the country's national men's team has been sentenced to 20 years in prison for corruption. Now, state media reported on Friday. His name is Li Tai.
Okay.
Li Tai, and he's 47. He played for the English Premier League Everton alongside Wayne Rooney in the early 2000s, and is the biggest name to fall foul of a sweeping crackdown on rampant graft in China's professional soccer league. I'm sure Coach Nimli will be happy to give us a better view of this and give us Ghanaian, versions and who he thinks should be following in this example. But that's it for the newspaper review. Thank you, Nathan, for joining us for that. That was the newspaper review.
Hello, everyone. I'm Hannah Free, the Health and Safety Manager of Total Energies Ghana. I want to remind you of the importance of road safety, especially as the festive season draws closer. Road accidents don't just happen, they are caused. Reckless driving, overspeeding, and poor vehicle maintenance are some of the leading causes during this period. Here are a few tips to keep you safe. Always ensure your vehicle is in good condition before traveling. Please wear your seatbelt and avoid distractions like using your phone whilst driving. Let's commit to responsible behavior on the road this season. Remember, safety starts from you. Safety for me, for you, and for all. Afishapa.
Looking for a burst of flavor in every sip? Discover the refreshing taste of Piva beverages. Enjoy the classic Piva Cola flavor, perfect fit anytime. How about a fruity adventure? Try our delightful Piva orange fruit drink packed with recognized citrus flavor. Craving something exotic? Our Piva cocktail fruit drink brings the tropics to you. For a sweet and juicy treat, grab our grapefruit drink, and don't miss out on the refreshing Piva Tangerine fruit drink, bursting with tangerine flavor. Piva Cola, Piva Orange, Piva Cocktail, Piva Grape, Piva Tangy. Grab yours today. Available now at your local store. Call us on 055-00-32231. Piva, a taste you love. This advert is FDA approved.
P for Piva.
My body, when you wake up in the morning and you know the money calling, oh, you go work, but you know it's out on your side. If I believe with us, if I hold my hand and believe, oh, cause you know it's out on your side. And when you dream, no say I live for you. And when you hustle every day, when you wanna go, anything you do, I live for you. If I believe I live your side, fidelity. If I believe with us, fidelity. If I know I live your side, fidelity.
Join the conversation on the Citi Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/Citi97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/Citi973, and Instagram at instagram.com/Citi973 with the hashtag CitiCBS.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
We're bringing you business news shortly. Nee Latte Latte is here. Business news is brought to you by EcoBank and MTN as well as Gwell. EcoBank says that anytime you have a money emergency, you're in a situation where you need money quickly to do something quick, whether you want instant access to loans, funds transfer, utility bill payment, airtime, data, or what have you, the magic number is *770#. *770#. Save this number, use it for all your money emergencies. EcoBank is the Pan-African bank. Now let's welcome Nee Latte Latte, who joins us in a very colorful African print this morning. Colorful day for you, huh?
Yours is colorful as well.
Yeah, we try. Charlie,
I
good
think
morning.
we both have yellow in our shirts.
Yeah, a bit of everything nice. Stay careful. Stay careful, man. How's the city doing? I want to know.
Well, there is relative stability now. We are seeing interbank at 14.90 pesos. That's the rate the Bank of Ghana is offering the commercial banks. But on the retail market, we are seeing 16 cedis, 10 pesos. The least you can get on the retail market is about 15 cedis, 90 pesos.
Where retail is where?
The forex bureaus.
Okay. Thank you. Let's see what's in the news.
Well, Caleb, we begin this morning with Ghana's program with the International Monetary Fund, that's the IMF, and plans by the incoming government, because the fund says it is ready to renegotiate Ghana's $3 billion financing program with the administration of President-elect John Dramani Mahama. However, these amendments must ensure the economic objectives of the reform programs are achievable. Ghana recently received the fourth disbursement following the successful completion of the third program review, bringing the total funds disbursed to $1.92 billion. But some economists believe that renegotiating the deal could lead to an extension of the initial program completion date of 2026. Here's economist Professor Patrick Esumin.
Even if the discussion about extending doesn't come up now, it seems to me that it's going to be inevitable that the program has to be extended. Because by 2026, I don't think our public finances will be in such a state that we will be able to exit the program. So, in my view, an extension looks like one of the things that will happen. But it's not just an extension. I think generally we have a broader priority, do fiscal consolidation. And sometimes government decides what to choose, how to go about it. And I think, in essence, the fiscal consolidation we've done, mostly imposing new taxes, have not really tackled the fundamental problems with our public finances.
That's economist Professor Patrick Esumin. Now, the Office of the Registrar of Companies has hinted of plans to fully transition to digital operations by 2025 to enhance service delivery for businesses and professional bodies. The digital shift is in line with the ORC's commitment to ensure compliance with the Companies Act 2019 Act 992 while streamlining operations to meet the increasing public demands. With that in mind, the businesses are also being encouraged to update their records before the year ends. Jemima Ware is the Registrar of Companies.
This opportunity to inform you that we've put out SMS notices for all companies to file their annual returns and financial statements by the end of this year. That's 31st December. And all business names and partnerships are also supposed to renew. Professional bodies, your renewal is next year, 31st January. You should have renewed the professional body, and the members should also have been renewed. So basically, that is why we're putting this information out. We said we'll be deploying by April. So we'll be running a parallel system. So when we deploy, we'll come out and inform you that the new system has been deployed. So we'll run a parallel system to ensure, because we'll do sampling. We can't just go straight out, a piloting project. Once everything is okay, then we'll do the full deployment. Next year, we will be coming out with a new software, the EBRS system. Filing of accounts is going to be now digital. You can sit wherever in your home to file your businesses online. You can pay online, you can check details online. That is what the new system is going to bring you.
That was the Registrar of Companies, Jemima Owari, speaking to Citi Business News. Now, Melcom Ghana has opened a new branch at the Accra Mall. The shop offers a wide variety of products at competitive prices, with customers standing the chance to enjoy an initial 20% discount. This new location is also part of the expansion strategy of Melcom to reach more customers and provide promotions and discounts across multiple product categories this festive season. Group General Manager of Melcom Ghana, Francis Sam, has been speaking to the media on the sidelines of the opening of the new branch at the Accra Mall.
This is one additional store that we are opening today. We have one more to open in Achimota Mall before the year ends, and the intent is to bring the shopping experience to all Ghanaians wherever they are. 20% is to introduce the shop to all people that are shopping this weekend, and so that they have something to experience and more money in their pockets when they are shopping. Well, Melcom is, as you know, where Ghana shops. So we are giving you more reasons why you should come and shop at Melcom and enjoy the shopping experience, enjoy the ambience, enjoy our new branding, and enjoy all the products that we are bringing to market. As you know, Melcom runs monthly promotions all year round. The intent is to give customers reasons to shop and more money in their pockets when they are shopping. What Melcom is doing is driving more promotions during this holiday season so that we can all have something more to buy during the holiday season.
Francis Sam is Group General Manager of Melcom Ghana. Let's check the performance of the local currency now. The dollar is trading at 16 cedis 10 pesos. The British pound at 21 cedis. That of the euro could be sold to you at 17 cedis 90 pesos. A reminder that these are the rates being offered by the forex bureaus. And that's it for the breakfast edition of Citi Business News, proudly brought to you by EcoBank, MTN, and GOIL. You can visit our website, citynewsroom.com/business, for more on our top stories. My name is Ni Latte. Next is the Citi Business Edition. I wish you a good business day.
Every day, people have money emergencies. Ma, I need my school fees. Mommy, chop money. Cratchy, mommy, my rent. Emergency. Now, there's a new emergency number in town. More money, challenge and enjoyment. At the top life we got. Dial *770# for money emergencies and chop life.
For emergency access to your bank accounts, transfers, utility payments, loans, and more, dial *770#. Bank on the go even without data with EcoBank's short code for digital banking. EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank.
For over 60 years, Good Energy has served you top quality fuels. GOIL brings you Super XP for a smooth ride. It is available in GOIL stations nationwide. GOIL Super XP is fortified with special additives which help your engine perform better and use less fuel. GOIL Super XP is quality fuel, the ideal choice for most vehicles. Energize your ride with GOIL Super XP. Woofilia, huh? Woobefi. Good energy. Joy, dear. Join the conversation on the Citi Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/Citi97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/Citi973, and Instagram at instagram.com/Citi973 with the hashtag CitiCBS.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Nation that higher with never breaks. This is City
Bisakede, Azontogos. There'll be more of this. The situation, the official all-white Christmas party, which will be happening at the East Legon Underbridge on the 24th. More details on that coming shortly. You've heard us talk about it. You know the details, but we'll repeat it for you. Make up your mind quickly before the tables run out. So Bisakede, Adani Best, Keche, emoji music. My goodness, there's gonna be a lot to eat, a lot to drink to, so much to dance to. DJ Mingle will be there. And my word, in Chin Band will be on the ground as well. Look, grab your table now before it's too late. This morning we will bring you what we brought you last week because it was so profound. Bernard Abler's interview with technology entrepreneur David Kwabena Bolton. He spoke about his life, technology, entrepreneurship, creativity, and all things around that. It was so profound. You will love it. If you missed it, pay attention. If you heard it now, pay closer attention because repetition is the mother of learning. Trust me, it will improve the quality of your life. We'll bring you that shortly. We're still celebrating our friends who are being inducted into the Chartered Institute of Bankers this morning. Grace Mamle Akute Kuma is one. Gordon Sa is another. Congratulations to you all. If you have friends and loved ones like that you want to celebrate, others are celebrating their birthdays or anniversaries. 0549 986 996 is the number. In the meantime, I have exciting news from Telecel for you. Telecel says get connected for less with our discounted MiFi device at an unbeatable price of only 500 Ghana cedis, and you also get 10 gigabyte free data for all your internet connectivity concerns. As a portable Wi-Fi solution from Telecel, and it's got you covered. It's perfect for seamless browsing, streaming, and staying connected on the go. Don't miss out on this limited time offer from Telecel today. Visit any Telecel retail shop to grab yours today. Telecel, connecting energies. And if you want to send money to Gambia, Guinea, Liberia, Nigeria, Sierra Leone for business or personal purposes, listen, you don't need to stress. The Pan-African Payment and Settlement Systems, PAPS, is what First Bank Ghana is helping you to send money in a very swift and easy manner. All you need to do is to visit any First Bank Ghana branch nationwide with your cash. Your money is transferred in no time, and you need to receive that money too. All you will need is a First Bank Ghana account. So if I were you, I would run to First Bank Ghana and create an account now, and then also call this number 0596 921 921 to inquire more about this fantastic platform called PAPS. There's another exciting opportunity for businesses. You need to stay in touch with your many clients all over the country, all over the world. That is why Wiggle Vision Limited, they are Ghana's leading technology company. They have introduced Frog, so your business can leapfrog. It's the ultimate USSD, OTP, and bulk SMS messaging platform. It's designed to transform your business communications, be able to reach more people at a lower cost, unbeatable messaging price to all mobile networks. They have a secure IPI, and they have developed tools that ensure seamless integration for businesses big and small. So visit www.wiggle.com.gh or sms.wiggle.com.gh. The number to call is 0554 170 599 or 0553 019 529 today. Wiggle Vision, empowering businesses one message at a time. So let's get into this conversation with techpreneur David Kwabena Bolton. It's all still around celebrating Herman Chinwe Hesse, his legacy, his work, and the kind of inspiration he gave others like David Kwabena Bolton. His story is inspiring. It would surely leave some seeds in you that, if you nest, will bode well for you. So listen to this one. We'll be right back. Enjoy.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Please wait. Please wait. Please wait until I get my new car. Please wait until I find my real size. I'm gonna get me some love so bad. My girl, sweet girl, my girl. Until I find my real side, I'm gonna get me some love.
And welcome to another edition of the Business Edition here on Citi FM. And I'm very happy to say we're continuing conversations around technology, around entrepreneurship, around creativity, around Pan-Africanism, and around excellence. These are words that describe accurately Herman Chinwe Hesse, who was laid to rest in the first week of November. And we're talking to people who knew him, worked with him, and just to remember his legacy, but through a very different means. So today my guest is David Kwabena Bolton, who's a techpreneur musician who broke through the Ghanaian scene age 17, developing some fantastic software, got a big contract to do some great work for the country, and he's lived up to expectation, still creating, still leading, and he's joined us. David, good to have you. Welcome.
Thank you so much.
Wonderful. So I don't remember, it was sometime in 1990, it was a front page newspaper, I think it was a Spectator, and there's a computer whiz kid developed something.
Right.
I think you had dreadlocks or longer hair.
I had long hair.
You had
Yeah,
long
Michael
hair.
Jackson was my role model, you see.
This is 19, is it 90 or 91?
This is 1990.
And you were 17?
I was 17, yeah.
So what had you developed?
So by that time I developed medical software. So it's actually software that ran clinics in the UK. So yeah. So it was all based over there.
Age 17?
Yeah. It was actually 16 when I first started that.
Were you in school then, or?
I was in school. I was in high school, yeah.
In the UK?
In the UK, yeah.
So but you were in Ghana too? Were you sort of living in Ghana and the UK?
No, at that point, my mother's Ghanaian,
Yes.
and my father was Scottish.
Okay.
So I was born in London.
Okay.
And grew up there. So I'd been to Ghana, I think, when I was 2 years, and then when I was 4 years.
Okay.
And then after that.
All the way there.
Yeah.
So when you came on the front page in 1990, you had come to Ghana a couple of times?
No,
Well,
a couple of times, yeah, but I couldn't even remember.
Oh,
I couldn't
wow.
even remember those trips, yeah.
What was it that you invented that got you that front page?
Well, it was one of a number of products. I actually started business when I was 12 years old.
No kidding.
In the UK, yeah. So I was in secondary school, and I started developing software.
Wow.
So instead of developing games, I was doing business applications. So things like inventory control, accounting systems, payroll, those sorts of things. And obviously, it was quite unusual. This was before the internet days, so it's quite unusual. So I got a lot of publicity, and then my family doctor, Dr. Smith, may his soul rest in peace. He was so supportive, because my father was not well-to-do. I mean, he was a jack of all trades, if you like. He was extremely intelligent, extremely smart, but misdirected. so we were basically living on the breadline.
Wow.
So, but one thing my father did was instilled so much discipline in me, So that, for instance, when I would get home from school, and he would make sure I finished my homework, then he would give me extra homework.
Wow.
So I remember I used to hate him those days because
God.
my friends would come knocking on the door.
They want to go play.
Let's go and play. And he said,
you're
"No,
doing
no, no,
extra
no,
work.
I have to do extra work." But it kind of, it paid off because it gave me that sense of discipline. And I guess because also I was kind of an outcast in the UK. This was in the
mid to
late 70s,
late
early
70s,
80s,
early 80s,
you know,
yeah.
and racism was still a very big thing. And because my father was white, we were living in a white area.
Oh God! And
So
you're
I remember
mixed race.
primary school, I was the only black kid.
Gosh.
Secondary school, it wasn't until year 3 that another Nigerian boy came to join the school. The whole secondary school, you know.
The
And
whole school?
Yeah, yeah. And it was one of these, it was a grammar school which was founded in 1615. So you can imagine the sorts of people, you know, I just got in because I happened to do well in the exams and then I got a scholarship there.
Wow.
But, yeah, but then that even made things more difficult because, you know, I didn't really fit in. It was just through my brain power that I got in there.
Why computing though? Because yes, computers existed from the 70s, but as you rightly said, internet was probably early 90s.
Early 90s,
So,
yeah,
but
yeah.
you were doing software and stuff in the early 80s, mid 80s. How did that?
Yeah.
How did that even occur to you?
You know, it's a good question. That's something I ask myself all the time. But I think one, it was my sense of I like to explore. You know, so and I like to create. So being able to create something from nothing, you know, which basically that's what coding is. You're there with a clean slate, literally. There's not a line of code, and then you have to create something that is a productive tool, whether it be a game, whether it be a spreadsheet, whether it be an accounting system or whatever. So I think that challenge really, you know, it got me. So I just kept on developing until my father, who was an odd job man, essentially, some of the rich people that he was working for needed spreadsheets. They needed software. So he was so proud of me. I mean, he would always boast to them how good I was and all that. Some of them gave me the chance to actually develop software for them. And that's how it all grew.
So 12, 13, 14, you were in school, you're developing software.
Yeah, yeah.
And this is for business.
For business,
not
yeah.
games.
No, not games, not games.
So were you self-taught
Yes, I was self-taught. I mean, what those days, there used to be these monthly magazines, computer magazines, and they had cassettes. Those days, this was before the days of the floppy disk. Forget the hard disk. There was not even a hard disk at those times. So it was cassettes. And they would come with a magazine, and then it would have pages and pages of code, which you would then have to basically type in, and it could take you days to type it all in. And the cassette also had accompanying code, but most of the time the cassette was damaged, so you couldn't actually load it. So you had to basically type it all in, and there would be invariably syntax errors, mistakes, which you then have to go through and figure out why. I often think they put that in there on purpose to make sure that people would try and work out how to correct the problems and get the programs working. Wow. So it was like a puzzle. You get me? So I just found it so challenging, so interesting.
Amazing. So then by the time that you burst onto the Ghanaian scene, you had done a few things in the UK already.
Yeah. I mean, I'd made my first £1 million in the UK before I came to Ghana.
Before age 17.
Yeah.
Your first £1 million. Gosh.
Yeah. But the funny thing is, I didn't even feel it.
It's unfathomable.
Yeah. And this was, this was 1989, 1990.
It means you were way ahead of your time, way ahead of the market. Because I guess one of the ways of adding value to society is to be ahead of the curve.
Yeah, but sometimes you can be a bit too far.
You were too
ahead.
far. You were too far.
That's the problem. Yeah. So
no. So I'll come to Herman and music, but I'm trying to sort of fit the story so we can get to the logical part when you met Herman. So then, in 1990, at least I heard of you, and then at what point did you get to meet Herman? What was the
how did I end up in Ghana, basically?
Yes.
So, because of everything I was doing, I was on television virtually every day. I was on radio, I was in the newspapers, and my father would keep stacks and stacks of all the press cuttings and so on. So there was one particular interview. It was a breakfast TV show called, I think, Good Morning TV or something. I've forgotten it. TVAM. That was it. TVAM. And then for the first time, I mentioned that my mother was Ghanaian.
So this is in the UK?
This is in the UK. I'd never mentioned it before. So then there was this magazine. I don't know if you remember West Africa.
Yes.
West so Africa one of the journalists saw that interview, immediately contacted my father and came and did an interview. So I was then on the front page of West Africa magazine.
Cameron Dodo and Co. were writing for that newspaper.
Magazine. Okay. I don't remember who
did the interview.
who did the interview.
So then they came to London to meet you to do an interview.
Yes, yeah.
For the front page of West Africa magazine.
Yeah, so there I was with my long flowing hair.
That was big.
Yeah, it was. So then that got to the attention of Chairman Rawlings. Okay. So he then instructed...
and being the Rawlings we know, he would call for you.
Exactly, yeah. So we had a call from the High Commission in London.
Yeah.
Was it KB Annan? I think he was the High Commissioner at the time.
Wow.
Called us over, my father and myself. I remember in all of this, I was still a minor. So my father had to basically accompany me and all of that. He drove me around, and I had a Porsche when I was 15. And he had to drive me. He had to drive me around.
Your long flowing hair.
So basically the information was Chairman Rawlings wants you to come to Ghana.
Wow.
And serve your country, basically.
Had you heard of him before this?
Yes, but not in a good light, because at that time he was portrayed as a dictator, and my mother also didn't have a great opinion of Ghana.
But she was in Ghana.
She was in London.
She was in London with you.
She moved to London in the 60s.
Oh.
And then met my father there and married.
So both of them were living in London.
In London, yeah. My father used to come back to Ghana all the time. He loved it here. So as soon as he said, let's go. My mum, it caused a huge fight at home.
Oh God.
But anyway, so I ended up in Ghana, and essentially I fell in love. I found my home. Let me put it like that, because I have so much family here.
Yeah.
I was installed as a chief. That was the other reason why my mother never wanted me to come to Ghana, because she said that as soon as you come, they will install you.
Where is she from?
Ekumfi Otuam. So at a Mills.
I mean, I don't even know how to say this. So your father's Scottish, your mother's Ghanaian. That's very Rawlings.
Yes.
And then you're from Mills's hometown.
Exactly. Yeah.
You were born for the presidency. I wonder what happened. God. Wow.
Yeah.
So they installed you a chief, and Rawlings said you should come and work for the country, essentially.
Exactly. Yeah. So
at 17.
At 17. Yeah.
So what project did he give you?
The very first project was actually to computerize the airport.
Straight off the bat.
Yeah. KIA.
The airport in London.
It was an interesting story, because there was actually a tender.
All right.
And the cheapest bid was $7 million back then.
All right.
I came in and then quoted $298,000 for the same thing.
So you came to spoil the market.
When he saw that, I didn't realize I was creating enemies.
You destroyed the market in your first business.
I didn't realize I created so many enemies.
200 and how much thousand?
298,000. I remember that contract, Sam. Clearly.
And Rawlings says, we are going with this guy.
Yeah. And so he actually, they wanted to go with the 7 million.
Yeah.
Because obviously
it sounded reasonable.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, for their pockets.
Oh gosh.
Yeah. So there was a lot of resistance, should I say?
Wow.
So basically, he called the board. I remember at one point he called the board chairman. One night I was at the castle with him, and at that point I was so frustrated that I was ready to go back to the UK. He called the board chairman and said, "Look, if you don't sign the contract by tomorrow morning, I'm dissolving the board."
Wow.
Because it didn't make sense to him when he saw all the evidence.
Because people were not happy that a 17-year-old kid would do a project for the airport.
Yes.
For 1/20th of the amount.
So that was actually how I met Herman.
Okay.
Because they felt I was too young to actually do the project, they felt they had to bring in a consultant to manage the quality assurance. So Herman was then contracted as the consultant.
Okay.
So I remember the first time I met Herman, it was actually at his parents' house at airport.
All right.
And at that time, he was just starting soft. So this was middle of 1991.
Okay.
Just starting soft with Joe Jackson.
Yeah.
And they were working out of the front room of his parents' house.
You can't make this up.
So I used to spend so much time with him and Joe. And
so you hit off instantly?
Instantly. And I saw him as a big brother, because he was 10 years older than I was.
Yeah.
then he used to give me all kinds of advice on how to deal with the women.
He's
and
a
how to
sharp.
deal- oh yeah,
Herman is, you know, I mean,
Yeah.
even at that age, he was street
yeah,
smart.
yeah. Because that time he was about 28.
Yeah.
And he already had a huge network in Ghana because.
And
he
what
had grown
fascinates
up
me
here.
about Herman, even though you can say he's from a posh family, I mean, his street smartness and his down to earthness is unbelievable.
Yeah,
Because you wouldn't
yeah.
believe that this is a son of highly placed UN officials with the
Exactly.
best education.
Exactly.
He can sit on the floor and eat kenke with you.
Yep.
And basically just, you know.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, he was an amazing person.
Yeah.
He could fit in at any level,
Yeah.
whether it be presidential,
Yeah.
right down to Jamestown and dealing with his,
He had that flexibility to
yeah.
make people feel important and welcome.
Exactly. Yeah.
And even though he was very, very smart, he wouldn't diminish you.
Mhm.
So you could be talking to a carpenter or somebody who's doing something basic for him, and pick ideas from the guy as if the guy is a genius.
That's it. Yeah. And he always knew how to bring out the best in you.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
he sold hope.
Yeah.
You know, he would make you so excited about the possibilities and all that, even amidst the, clearly when you could see things were hard and this, that eternal optimism.
An eternal optimist.
Yes.
How did the project go though? 200K, airport, computerization, rolling.
A project that should have taken 6 months ended up taking 2.5 years because of the impediments.
Yeah.
But Herman, in fact, he was a bit surprised because this was also his first foray into Ghanaian public life. But he managed to navigate it so well and basically showed me the ropes, and told me that how culturally how to deal with, the things that were going on. But interestingly, when we finished the project, that software was used for, I believe, 18 years.
No kidding.
Before it was replaced,
So-
without any maintenance.
So probably into the year 2000.
Yes. So they actually replaced it at one point with an Oracle system, and then they came back to use up the system again because
It was that
having issues.
robust.
It was that robust.
Because you obviously built it organically.
Exactly. Yeah. And this ran everything from their accounting, their payroll, inventory control, flight safety, airports, en route charges, parking, takeoff, everything.
And this is you doing this age 18, 19.
Yeah.
That is incredible. For the airport.
For the airport, yeah.
Wow.
It's funny when I look back at it now. It seems amazing, but at the time, I didn't see it as anything. And we installed all the computers.
Yeah.
There's an interesting story. We had to import a 486. I don't know if you remember what a 486 computer was back then. Intel were now producing it was an 80486 processor, and that was what was used as servers.
Okay.
So we had to get a special clearance from the UK government, from the Ministry of, is it Ministry of Interior there? But basically we had to declare that we were not using the machine for nuclear research.
Because they had never seen anybody request for such a
for
thing.
a 486 going to Africa. You see, so it was interesting.
So the computing power needed to do that didn't exist on the continent.
Exactly, yeah, it didn't exist. And so when we brought, and now a 486 is probably 1/10 of the power of your phone, if that.
There's so many levels to this. So you in your late teens, Herman in his mid-20s, managing a project with men who are 40 to 60.
Yeah.
And who didn't know anything about coding or programming, but basically weren't too excited working with you.
Yes.
Wow. And with Rollins breathing down their neck.
Exactly. And I think that was the biggest problem because, they were kind of embarrassed over how things went. Yeah.
But did you understand as young people that you were serving your country? Did you know the importance of what you were doing, that you were saving the country money? You were an example of young African excellence at a time when that was not really pushed, and a country that was still struggling economically. You were helping it save.
Herman certainly did, because he's the ultimate Pan-Africanist. I guess I was just enjoying what I was doing. And for me, being in the UK, it was when you sell a computer system to a doctor or something, it's an incremental step. But here it was transformative because they had nothing. It was a completely manual system, and you had, you're multiplying the productivity so much. So for me, that alone was so exciting that it meant that you were impacting, the society.
A lounge should be named after you at the airport. Seriously, because this is what we used till the early 2000s.
Yeah, yeah.
And we went back to it as well.
Yeah.
This is the City Business Edition. We're talking to David Kwame Bolton. A man of many parts, he burst onto the world scene age 17 as a brilliant computer whiz kid, lived up to the billing, moved into other areas, music, production, other fascinating stuff about him. But this interview is essentially to celebrate the memory of Herman Chunihese, a techpreneur par excellence who died a couple of months back, buried 2nd November, and the City Business Edition, of which he has been a regular guest, is dedicating a number of programs to him, talking to people who knew him, who worked with him, who went to school with him, to celebrate his legacy. And when we come back, we'll continue. Stay with us.
Join the conversation on the Citi Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/Citi97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/Citi973, and Instagram at instagram.com/Citi973 with the hashtag CityCBS.
Unleashing the power of relevant radio. This is Citi 97.3.
The Citi Breakfast Show. Rise above the noise.
Until I find my real side, I'm gonna give me some love, somebody. La 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 la. Until I find my real side.
Welcome back to the City Business Edition. Today we're celebrating the memory and the legacy of Herman Chunihese, a techpreneur who left us a few weeks back. And my guest for this leg of the series is David Kwame Bolton, a techpreneur himself who worked with Herman, who's now currently a director at Soft. So just tell me how you got into Soft. So you did this project with Herman, he supervised, you executed. So at what point did you become part of the Soft story?
So,
or Soft Tribe?
Soft. Well, at that time it was Soft.
Soft. Okay.
It was Soft. It's actually interesting because from day one, Herman wanted us to work together.
Okay.
He wanted us to merge companies. I wasn't ready for that at the time because my father was still very much a part of what I was doing, and so what we ended up doing is we worked on projects together. So we did quite a lot of work in Nigeria. And then, we would collaborate on projects. And it wasn't until, I believe 2002, when Soft received institutional investment back in 2002, and that's how we became the Soft Tribe. So it was at that point that I joined officially.
Because your company was called?
It was called Associated Computer Enhancements.
ACE?
So ACE, yeah. So I had a computer school.
Okay.
At the industrial area in Accra, and so I joined in 2002 officially, and have been there ever since. So in fact I took on Herman's previous role, which was a technical director. So I became technical director, and he became chairman back in 2002.
And how long did you work before you moved to other things? Or you've been working ever since?
Ever since.
So you've been
You've
been with Soft. But you also did forays into other things. So, for example, music.
Yeah.
So beyond software development, programming, and this type of thing, can I say music was your second love?
My first love, if I could have made it pay. No, the thing is, I remember the first time I really got into music was when I was in primary school. I was actually part of an orchestra. I played violin.
Oh.
And then I remember going to a computer exhibition, and there was a stall that had racks of synthesizers, and then a computer, and there was something called MIDI, right? So which stood for musical instrument digital interface.
I remember it's on my brother's piano, the right MIDI.
Yes.
So that piano keyboard.
That's it. So that enabled a computer to now sequence and control musical instruments, electronic musical instruments. So when I saw what was possible, and it married perfectly with technology, so quickly, that's where a lot of my money actually went into equipment, and at that time it was very expensive. So I actually set up a studio in Ghana, at home in New Achimota, and I was recording as a hobby. So people like Atongo,
Tongo.
So I was recording him. Kiki Jan.
Okay.
Kiki Jan actually stayed with me for a long time.
Wow.
And then the first performance I had in Ghana was actually for Panafest. This was at the Independence Square. So
wow.
That was with Isaac Hayes, Dionne Warwick.
Oh, I remember they came
Public
to Ghana.
Enemy,
Yeah.
and all of that. So,
Yeah.
and then all of the
His bald head, Isaac Hayes.
Yeah. So that was my first performance.
So this will still be in the 93, 94-ish.
This was 92.
92, yeah.
92, yeah.
Panafest.
92, yeah. Panafest, yeah.
What kind of music were you doing?
I was doing more R&B, soul, pop, that sort of thing. But then, as time went on, I started producing other artists, and then in the late 90s, I get confused with all this. I feel very old now. But anyway. So late 90s to early 2000s, I was producing most of the hip life artists. So when Samini was Batman, Oforian Ponsa, VIP, Ariwan Nana, gosh, the list goes on.
You were producing them, so
yes.
They mean they also worked in your studios?
Yes, they're in our studios. So likes of Obrafo and so on. They
Paimuka?
It was actually the next album. He had already released Paimuka by that time. So the next album was, I think, Asem Sebe.
Asem Sebe.
Yeah. So
so that was produced by you in your studio.
In the studio. Yeah. So we worked with Hammer on that album.
Wow.
The Mami song. Remember the Mami song that's played almost every Mother's Day? That was actually my song, an old song I'd recorded, which when Obrafo heard it, he wanted that song. So he then wrote Mami over that song. So that, exactly. Yeah. That's the one.
That's your song?
It's my song. It was actually called All Through December originally. Yeah. So.
Did you feel that, because I'm not sure you could speak Twi or Ghanaian language locally, did that hamper the success of your music in Ghana, you think?
Possibly. You see, the thing is, I was never trying to be a successful musician. You understand? I love the process. I love hanging around musicians. I love being in the studio. So for me, it's not about how popular my music is or was. So for me, it's a process, and I love that process of creating something. I just love creating things from nothing and then throwing it out into the world. So whether it's me that's known for it or another artist, it doesn't really matter.
For somebody who's been part of the process of the evolution of music in Ghana, now producing music is a very different process from it was probably in the 80s and early 90s, where we didn't have that many studios, and so but some people feel like these days all these enhancements sometimes create artificial musicians. What do you think about that?
I have two different takes on it. Yes, definitely being in the studio with seasoned musicians means that a certain level of excellence is maintained because it gets passed down to the next generation. Now that largely has been lost because the younger generation now can open a laptop, they have their Fruity Loops, FL Studio, whatever it is now, and then they can produce anything without necessarily referencing what has come before. You understand? And that's partly why we have not been able to maintain an identity for Ghanaian music. From High Life to Boga High Life to Hip Life to Azonto. Now it's, you see, because we're not keen on passing down that information. And a genre is based on certain elements of music, certain rhythmic feel, certain melodies. So that's the downside, that we've lost that. But the upside is it has opened up music to people who never would have had the chance to work on it. Yeah.
Now let's talk about. So I can call you a digital native, who obviously was part of the beginnings of technology's evolution in the country. When you see where we are today, AI, robotics, deep learning, artificial, what do you call it? We have machine learning, 3D printing, cloud computing. I mean, it's crazy.
Crazy times, yeah.
I don't know. Where do you feel Ghana is? Because, I mean, I'm seeing this from the point of, look, in 91, here's a Ghanaian who's probably one of the best in the world. at what he does, who could compete anywhere. It doesn't seem as if the country utilized that opportunity to really take a lead on the continent, at least, to say, look, we're going to produce the best programmers in the world. We're going to train some of the best minds. We are still consumers of technology as a net. And if innovation in technology doesn't really seem to occur here. For somebody like you who was so ahead of your time, what do you make of that?
You see, this is something that Herman always wanted to focus on. But so I kind of look at it again optimistically. If you look at the local industry, yes, we have not managed to break out onto the global IT industry, right? But even if you look at the local industry, Soft and SoftTribe has spawned probably 20, 30, 40 other IT companies. You know, people who have passed through the hands of SoftTribe. And, you know, Herman was, as you say, he managed to instill that confidence and that hope. So we've had a number of companies that have, taken off from SoftTribe. And now that's something that I know he would be very proud of. You know, even though at the time, sometimes we had some people actually stealing our software and moving on with it. But I think it's a good thing. It's a good thing. And yes, there's a long way to go. And unfortunately, it looks like we are getting further and further behind, because when we're talking about digitalization, we're not thinking along the terms of AI and so on. Because now, Google just recently announced that 25% of their code is generated by AI.
Can you imagine?
Can you imagine now? So now and do you know the rate of the acceleration of AI? Right now, every 6 months, it is accelerating by a factor of 10.
Wow.
A factor of 10 every 6 months.
This is crazy.
So in 5 years' time, we will have very few coders. We'll have code auditors. Yeah, so now it will be the actual mundane coding, which we used to spend hours racking our brains over, is not going to happen anymore.
Wow.
Look, even in the music field, AI can create a whole song for you with vocals and everything, because it is able to learn, and they've taught it to learn the same way that the human brain learns. You understand? So it can create a song for you, you can write the lyrics, even the videos. Very soon, movies will be created just by a prompt. A full-length movie.
Is that a good thing, though? I'm not sure if is that a good thing?
Well, as to whether it's good or not, we're gonna find out. We're gonna find out. For me, back then when synthesizers were first introduced into professional music, there's an artist called Peter Gabriel. He's a very successful. He used to work with Phil Collins and so on. And he sacked a whole symphonic orchestra and said he was going on tour with synthesizers.
You kidding me? What year is
And
this?
there was an uproar. This would have been in the early 80s, late 70s, early 80s, I believe. So he basically, and the Musicians Union of the UK at that time, they wanted to take him on. They wanted to sue him and all that, because you're replacing human beings with technology. So it's not something that has started just today.
Yeah.
No, the Industrial Revolution, robots have been building cars for decades.
Yeah.
You understand? And those cars those companies that used to hand make the cars, yes, they were revered for some time, like Rolls-Royce and so on. But now it's realized that if you build a car of robots, it's going to be better than a human being built car.
So human beings have to train themselves to do different things.
Exactly. So I honestly, I worry and I'm excited at the same time, because it's happening too fast. And right now, because each country is afraid of falling behind, there are no boundaries being placed.
Everybody's adapting.
Yeah. So it's like we can't put any red tape and try and control this thing, because China's not going to do that, or Russia's not going to do that. So everybody should do what they want to do. So when you have people like Elon Musk sounding alarm bells that, hey, AI is dangerous, and this is somebody that's on the cusp of technology, then we should beware. But it's too late now. There's no holding it back. So we're just going to have to stand back, or hopefully get involved. That's what I do. I try and keep up to date with all the developments in AI. and use it.
By the way, what else do you do now? Do you, because you still have a lot of knowledge, do you still pass it on in any way? Do you train people? Do you teach? Because I do know you are a director at Soft Tribe, and you also keep doing music. What else are you doing beyond what we've just discussed?
Yeah, so actually as a company, we and it kind of falls directly in line with Herman's vision, in that we're working with, for instance, with the MasterCard Foundation now. So we're distributing devices and connectivity to tertiary students all over the country, so the TVETs and universities. And then we're supplying them with a knowledge base so that they can learn digital literacy, they can learn agribusiness and entrepreneurship, and things that will help them in the to bring their level up so that they can compete within the marketplace. Wow. So that's something we're trying to do, so that it's all well and good identifying a few bright stars, but I believe you have to bring up the general level of experience when it comes to IT. So that's one of the main things we're actually focusing on as a company now. We're also developing a lot of interesting products that you'll be hearing about very soon. We'll be launching those next year for sure.
My final question: what do you suppose Herman's greatest legacy is?
If you look at the IT industry now, and if you came to the funeral, you would have seen it. It was company upon company, IT companies who are doing so well now, that were inspired or directly spawned from Herman. You see, so he has left a huge legacy behind. Within Soft Tribe, he's left us the legacy of discipline, determination, and the fact that we can always aspire to be better. And yes, Ghana is some people will call it a dream killer, right? But it's challenging. But Herman never allowed his dreams to die. You see, he was always about Africa and what the African can do. He always believed that we can compete directly with the Zuckerbergs or the Musks. It was just a lack of resources that we have. But that won't be forever.
Wow. Thank you for taking time to talk to us on the life and times of Herman Chinrese through your lens, David Kwamina Bolton. By the way, what's your name as a chief?
It's actually Akweku Chimano the 6th.
Is it?
Yeah.
And this is what was the title? Are you a development chief?
No, Nana Obatan. So wow. my ancestor, Akweku Chimano the 1st, actually founded the town.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, he founded the town. Yeah. We came from Techiman, actually.
Is it?
Came all the way from Techiman and then settled.
Ekumfi Otuyam. One of my presenters is from Ekumfi, Accra. He's called Bernard Abeku.
Okay.
And then, of course, President Mills, famously from Ekumfi Otuyam.
Yes.
Amazing stuff. Thanks for talking to us.
Thanks for having me.
And that's all we have time for today's edition. It's part of the series we're running, celebrating and remembering Herman Chinrese, that great techpreneur who left us early November. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Until I get my new car, please wait until I find my real side. I'm gonna give me some love, somebody.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
You're looking for a bank to rely on? Let me give you a shoulder to lie on. We say to bank if pray, no lie. Only one place where I get my eye on. Make I introduce you all to First Bank, the best services in the world, first rank. Customer service, everything is well planned. I make music, I travel, I sell land. They be my reserve tank. Cause every time I know my money's safe. Universal banking, it's in me here the date. I'm a busy person, me no many time to wait. Now I got to Spain, even when I'm in the States. My me blue shirt. But in the office, a chilling, but who cares? Cause I bank with the best. I'm lucky, I'm too blessed. When it comes to First Bank, it's too west. Everything is you first.
Nobody if you do, I'm like us. First Bank, we treat you first. Treat you first. Somebody see yeah. Think about you first. Think about you first.
You first. First Bank.
There's a business in every woman, from the young lady brimming with exciting and novel business ideas to the market queen managing her empire. There's the she architect, quantity surveyor, realtor, business consultant, crafting dreams into reality, and the multitasking mom, seamlessly blending work at home. The entrepreneur, meticulously checking stock, to the corporate woman, sealing deals on the move. Indeed, there's a business in every woman. Introducing Telecel Women in Business, our initiative to empower women-led and women-owned enterprises. Benefit from tailored activities, networking, business and technical support, free webinars, trainings, and more. To join this initiative, be a female-led business and a Telecel business customer. Visit telecel.com.gh/business to register now.
Telecel, connecting energies.
So let me go over the list again. A couch set, plain thick curtains, bedside lamp, and what else? You know what? Just send me a WhatsApp with your list.
Hey, guy! Where did you see money to get all this for the babe?
Settings, my guy. Settings. This Christmas, Oka is running a promo called Brewing with Oka. You get 20 to 60% off Christmas decor, toys, and many more. So this list, I will just wait till the promo begins and go get them for her. Fiancé of the year, Charlie.
Yeah, Charlie, you no get size, what it? We get.
Hey, I'm still on the line, oh.
This festive season, Oka Deco is making your holiday dreams come true with massive discounts from 20% to 60% off Christmas decor, toys, and many more in store. Don't miss out. Visit Oka Deco on the Princess Road and Asokwa Kumase. Think home, think Oka.
Are you hoping to start university this January? If you want a British degree from a world-class university at a fraction of the cost, then join Lancaster University Ghana in Accra. With a diverse student community, vibrant campus life, and up to 50% scholarship to support your study, Lancaster University Ghana provides you with a world-class education that creates endless possibilities globally. Don't miss this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Apply to join Lancaster University Ghana, where learners become leaders. Admissions are currently open for our January 2025 intake. Apply now for our foundation program. For more information, contact us at +233 030 221 8989 or send an email to admissions@lancaster.edu.gh. Lancaster University Ghana, the only British university campus in West Africa.
I am Wahinere Gifty Auntie. You see, it always feels good when you receive that salary alert. I made a bold decision to invest a lump sum into the Old Mutual Retirement Salary Plan, and this means that I will get these alerts every month throughout retirement for the rest of my life. You too can retire on your own terms. Invest a lump sum in the Old Mutual Retirement Salary Plan today and receive a monthly income for the perfect retirement. Call Old Mutual on 050-453-4333 or visit www.oldmutual.com.gh to sign up today. Obrapa Ahotongwa.
Old Mutual, do great things every day.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation. The Citi Breakfast Show. Rise above the noise.
Well, time now for sports, the Friday edition of Kickoff on the Citi Breakfast Show. Thanks to Shell, V-Power, Zonda GH, and Politan Ghana, Papa Nunye. My name is Gabiofa. Let's get straight into the details and starting off with the Black Maidens, and they proved strong for Benin after they eased their way to a comfortable 4-1 win in their opening game at the Wafu B Under-17 Girls Cup that was played at the Ghanaman Soccer Center of Excellence in Prom Prom. Now, following the withdrawal of Burkina Faso in Group A, what it means is that Ghana will take on Burkina Faso in their second group game on Saturday, December 14. Ghana will take on Benin, rather, in that second game there. Away from that, Kotoko and Accra had to focus set to clash for the 115th time this Sunday in Kumasi in what is widely regarded as the fiercest rivalry in the Premier League. Now, both teams have recorded 38 victories each and 38 matches ending in draws, and so They are set to meet again. Despite a balanced record, Kotoko head coach Prosper Natelgum acknowledges the challenge of facing their long-time standing rivals in Accra Heart of Oak.
Come in their numbers to come and support us. We are playing at home, and it's a big game and the biggest game of the season. We all know the dynamics that go into games between Kotoko and Heart of Oak. So we need them. We want to see the whole place filled with red colors, singing, drumming, dancing, supporting us. And then, as I always say, in the game, you will not have it good throughout the 90 minutes. Some moments within the game, I mean, there will be, we may go down in terms of our level of performance. I mean, performance cannot be consistent throughout the 90 minutes. If you are lucky, it will be. In the moments that we go down within the 90 minutes, they have to try as much as possible to make sure that they support us.
All right, so that's Kotoko's head coach, Prosper Nate Ogum, speaking there. Now let's get to the camp of Accra Heart of Oak and hear from their head coach, Abubakar Ouattara.
The match, like any ordinary team match, because it's the league match. But the special one is the two names, the difference. We are playing against Kotoko are playing against Heart of Oak. And the achievement is the victory. The victory is 3 points, like the ordinary teams. But we have that rivalry. Heart of Oak is not ordinary team. You can play another team. You can go and play for my own Tumu team. You lost 2-3 matches, no problem. If you go to Kaiche Chrome, you lose the match, no problem. But Heart of Oak, it's bigger. You can win 4-5 matches. You lost the season match, it's problem. If you understand that, I think you can continue the job. I have this privilege. I'm one of the one coaches who coach the two teams. It's a privilege for me. I think all the people who have confidence in me, I'll get their support.
All right, so that's Kotoko's Accra Heart of Oak's head coach Abubakar Ouattara speaking ahead of Sunday's clash against Kumasi Asante Kotoko at the Bubara Sports Stadium. Now, away from the local scene, let's take it to the English Premier League. Well, big fixtures coming up this weekend, starting off on Saturday. Arsenal take on Everton at 3 p.m. Fulham gets to Liverpool at Anfield. Newcastle United take on Leicester City at the King Power Stadium. Wolves take on Ipswich. Nottingham Forest will play Aston Villa at 5:30 p.m. Later on Sunday, starting off at 2 p.m., Brighton will play Crystal Palace. And then the big one, the Manchester Derby, is on at 4:30 at the Etihad Stadium as Manchester City taking on Manchester United. And then 7 p.m. 2 matches, of course. Chelsea will play Brentford. And then Southampton up against Tottenham Hotspur in the English Premier League. So testy fixtures coming up for you this weekend. It's match day 16 in the Premier League. And for the table, Liverpool are still leading heading into match week 16. And that clash there. Chelsea follows second with 31 points. Arsenal third, they have 29 points, and Manchester City are fourth with 27 points. For the relegation zone, Ipswich, Wolves and Southampton are occupying that spot 18th, 19th and 20th respectively. And so there's live radio commentary on 97.3 Citi FM. So do join us for the very latest in-depth analysis starting off on Saturday and Sunday. That's the very latest in the world of sports. Kickoff is proudly brought to you by Shell V Power, Zonda GH, and Polytangana. We're back later, 5 p.m. on the Traffic Avenue with my man, Edwin Kwakofi. My name is Gabi Ofe. Enjoy the rest of your day. Do take care of yourself and bye-bye.
Guys, Charlie, you know that mining contract I've been chasing for years now? I just got awarded the deal. But the issue is where to get the right and quality heavy-duty trucks to execute this job here in Ghana.
Relax, my guy. Remember my recent construction deal at Pokwase? Zonda sorted me out.
Zonda? What? Who is that?
Zonda Tech Ghana Limited is your one-stop shop for machinery, heavy and light-duty trucks, and pickups. They have the Shantui bulldozers, graders, payloaders, rollers, poor pickups, 4 land light trucks, TX trucks, and oil tanks. made and assembled right here in Ghana with top-notch after-sales service and standard prices.
Made in Ghana. This is amazing.
You haven't seen my Zonda Power pickup, which I take to the office. Strong, durable, and tough on our roads.
Hey, that's from Zonda too?
Absolutely. Zonda is the right place for you, my guy.
Oh, now I am sorted with Zonda. Zonda Tech Ghana Limited, your solution for heavy and light-duty trucks. Located at Tema, off the Flower Road. Call 0501-772-222 or 0501-773-333. Zonda, built in Ghana, building Ghana.
In a world where only the best survives, you need a fuel that can match your drive. A fuel with unparalleled protection for your engine, superior efficiency, and unrivaled performance. A fuel so unbeatable, when you get behind the wheel, you'll focus on what really matters. The journey ahead. That fuel is Shell V-Power, because no other fuel gives your engine better protection, better efficiency, and better performance. Be unbeatable. Drive unbeatable. Shell V-Power. Shell. Go well.
Join the conversation on the Citi Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/Citi97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/Citi973, and Instagram at instagram.com/Citi973 with the hashtag CitiCBS.
Get ready for the ultimate celebration of the year. The Situation All White Christmas Party 2024. This Christmas Eve, join us at the Situation All White Christmas Party for a night of unforgettable vibes. Date 24th December 2024. Time 8 p.m. Location The Underbridge, East Legon. Expect nothing but pure magic as we light up the night with incredible performances from Keche, the hitmakers who know how to get you moving. Isake Day, Ghana's Soul Master, with melodies that will take you to another world. In Chin Chin Band, a live performance experience like no other. DJ Mingo, the party maestro, keeping the beats flowing all night. I've done it best, bringing the energy to keep the crowd jumping. And MOG, leading us in spirit-filled worshiping style. Dress code all white. Let's shine together in style. It's going to be a night to remember, full of music, dance, and festive spirit. Don't miss out on the hottest party of the season, the party that shuts down all parties. Call 0205-973-973 for table reservations and get ready to party. It's going to be lit at the Underbridge. The Situation All White Christmas Party 2024 is powered by Channel 1 TV with support from 97.3 Citi FM and proudly sponsored by Carlsberg Beer, Kiss Drinks, Series, Bell Ice, Verve Duvernay, Bushmills Irish Whiskey, and Blue Jeans Energy Drink.
SG Ghana Visa card, SG all the way. Oh, what fun to get cash back on your Visa card. Oh, SG Ghana Visa card, SG all the way. Use your SG Visa card and get some money back.
From now to 31st December 2024, get cash back each time you use your SG Ghana Visa card to make payments when shopping, buying fuel, making payments online, or using a POS terminal. It's simple. Shop and get cash back only with SG Ghana Visa card. Use your SG Ghana Visa card or get one today. Terms and conditions apply. Societe Generale Ghana. The future is you.
Join the conversation on the Citi Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/Citi97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/Citi973, and Instagram at instagram.com/Citi973 with the hashtag CitiCBS.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show. The city's biggest conversation. The City Breakfast Show. Rise above the noise.
I know folks are dancing on their way to work. Others are in their offices and they are enjoying this one. Somuji. Nathan.
Yep.
Somuji.
Yeah, that's that kid.
Yeah, that's kid. One of the newspapers said Somuji.
Yeah, exactly.
So they're handing over the handover notes to President-elect John Mahama. I say Somuji. Yeah. But this is the Dakedi guy. All his songs are very interesting, you know. But Zonda Ghana Limited, they say that they have Shantui bulldozers, Somuji. They have excavators, Somuji, graders, payloaders, rollers, power pickups, tea extracts, oil tanks, all made and assembled right here in Ghana. It is a 1 hour per day, Somuji. They have top-notch after-sales services also for your heavy and light-duty trucks and machinery needs. Visit them today at any of their 7 branches around the country and also at the head office of the Tema Aflao Road, close to the Free Zones Enclave in Tema. Call them now 0550177222, 0501773333. Zonda, built in Ghana, building Ghana. When last did you use your Zenith Bank account? If it's been a while, we want you to know that we miss you. This festive season, give yourself the best gift ever. Reactivate your dormant Zenith Bank account and rediscover the amazing benefits of being a member of the Zenith Bank family. Experience true convenience and an excellent range of banking products and services designed to meet your every need this Christmas and New Year when you reactivate your Zenith Bank account. Don't wait. Simply visit www.zenithbank.com.gh. Visit any Zenith Bank branch near you to initiate the process of reactivating your dormant Zenith Bank account. Zenith Bank is in your best interest. Okay, now there's an app I want to share with you. Don't miss out on this one. Every Thursday and Friday, like this morning, from November 21st to December 13th, and I believe today is the last day, you can enjoy a 10% discount on all lubricants at the Shell Airport branch. So pass by the Shell Lubricants branch so that your car will enjoy high quality lubricants, your wallet will save some money, and you can smile. Don't let this one swerve you. Start your vehicle, drive into any airport Shell for your 10% discount today. T's and C's apply.
Now, VW is providing a special deal on the new Terramon Trendline V6 engine. It's a wonderful car and with 280 horsepower, 4-motion all-wheel drive, designed for speed and safety. It seats up to 7 people, so you can carry all your friends in there and you can go around and have fun. Starting price is 750,000 cedis. Take advantage now. Hurry while stocks last. T's and C's apply. Get in touch with VW Ghana on 0257 956 688 for more info on all their cars. And it's time to grow your business exponentially using the Bisami app. You can get it from the App Store or the Play Store. All you need to do is register your business, reach more customers, and watch your sales climb and climb. If you're a shop owner, seamstress, trader, mechanic, or artisan, this is what you need to boost your sales. Download the Bisami app today and unlock endless possibilities. Grow your business, connect with customers, enjoy success with ease using the Bisami app. And this year's SIC Insurance PLC's AGM will happen on the 17th of December at 10 a.m. at the Assemblies of God head office, Ringo Estate. It will be in a hybrid format. It's either in person or virtual. Visit sicinsuranceagm.com at 9:45 a.m. on 17th of December. You have your token. Use that to sign in, go through the process, and you can even vote as well. So that's a public service announcement coming from SIC.
It's the birthday of some loved ones. Happy birthday to my amazing husband. Happy birthday to my amazing husband, Niloko, aka Ninja. Message says you are truly a blessing and I'm forever grateful to God for your life. May his grace and abundant blessings continue to surround you in all that you do. Love you endlessly. Midibemau. That's the message. Nathan, guess where this is coming from?
Whose husband? What? It's Ninja.
Ninja.
Oh, if it's Ninja, there's only one.
Birthday.
No. There's only one Mrs. Ninja.
Yeah, man.
Thank you.
Labadi Janet Jackson.
It's our boss.
Labadi Janet Jackson.
Vivian
Loco. Yeah.
No, it can only
so
be Mrs.
today,
Ninja.
by the powers invested in me,
Ninjas.
I have decided that today is
she shouldn't come to work.
Just
stay home
and
with
then
Ninja.
And then listen to this song and do the needful. So happy birthday to Niloko Ninja. We love you. Yes, but Madam loves you most, you know what I mean? So Ninja, the Christmas came early. I say Somuji. Ela. Eba fake boy. It's a situation. Yeah, man. Happy birthday to Ninja. Happy blessed birthday to our wonderful father and grandfather, Professor Kofi Ejeni Mboateng, former head of Komfuanoche Teaching Hospital Diabetes Center. We are so grateful for your life and we thank God for gifting you to us. We wish you many, many more beautiful, fulfilling and healthy years. We love you so much. This is from your children, your in-laws and your grandchildren. A very special birthday wish to Lady Martha Sininye, who turned 85 yesterday. She has been a mother, teacher, mentor, mother to all who have encountered her. We're thankful to God for a gift of life to us and being the solid rock to us. This is coming from Charles Borromeo Senenying, Theresa, Charles Borromeo Jr. and Kester with so much love. Happy birthday to Opata Stella Dedo of Tema Port. May the good Lord continue to move you from grace to grace. Cheers to a new chapter, boss. And this coming from Dope MC.
Citi Breakfast Show. Rise above the noise. This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Nathan Crow is in the studio and Samuel Atamesa joins us as well. It's always good to have you on a Friday morning, you know. I've received a petition from the newsroom this morning.
Thank you.
They say that on behalf of Vivian Kailoko, as today is Ninja's birthday. Yes, they want you to declare today is an off day.
Oh, I see.
So that she can, play Dada Kedis, Somuji for Mr. Ninja.
Oh, I didn't know that today is Ninja's birthday.
Today is
Happy
Ninja's
birthday,
birthday.
Mr. Ni Loco. AKA Ninja.
Thank you.
The Holy Katangi.
Holy Katangi.
No, Ninja the only Katangi will don't be rowdy.
Right.
No, Anthony Avege.
Holy Katangi. It is so.
The Vandals have a response.
What's that?
Yeah, Reverend Chikata. Yeah, Reverend Chikata is a Vandal.
Molly?
Yeah.
Oh.
But somebody is a Vandal.
It's a Vandal.
Oh.
Okay.
So why?
Unfortunately or unfortunately.
It's a holy Vandal.
I came here with Vim.
Yeah, man, this is underwhelming.
Reverend Chikata Ibi Vandal.
Ibi Vandal.
Mauli Chikata. Vandal Mauli Chikata. No. This one, a higher crown.
No, you don't believe it. Yeah, so happy birthday to Ninja Loco.
Yes.
It's a good morning for us here. Sometimes that, bro, I don't mean feel you. I'm not. I know the election is still, and people are still collating things, and some people are also counting their losses.
But what is today's date?
It's 13th. No.
I mean,
Friday the 13th. Yeah.
You can feel it if you want to.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or it's a state of mind.
Okay.
It's a state of mind. and the choices you make.
State of pocket.
State of pocket. Whoa.
Pocket. A feeling is how you interact with the environment. Yeah. The pictures you see, the songs you listen to.
Yes.
And these days we have choices. Go on YouTube, download some Christmas songs
and play
in your car.
Oh, Charlie.
Mama Sam. Krana is krana. Oh my God.
You see, that's why it's a season.
Okay.
But the proper food that we eat like 25th, 26th, 2-3 days.
Yeah.
But the whole experience,
you have to
when you
calculate in
enter
advance.
into the shops.
Yes.
But I mean, in November, going to the UK, US, wherever, all the shops start announcing Christmas.
Yes.
You get me?
Mm-hmm.
But Ghana, you don't see that, because we are waiting for the he always sang. The soup. We are waiting for the period itself. Then we will shudder.
Thank you.
Put pawns in our faces.
Yes, and add powder. Where is necessary?
Saturday night powder. And enter the jam. So that's how we will celebrate Christmas. You get me?
Yeah.
But for now, we have to make do
with what we have.
With what we have.
So you start smelling the Christmas from afar.
No, here Christmas. When you start smelling Hamatan, know that Christmas is coming. But somebody said that the way the Christmas comes is no good, because Charlie, by the time it comes 19th, 18th, 19th, salaries are now warming up.
The money finish.
Salaries are now warming up to drop. That's if you expect one. But in the Western world, where electronic money and credit transactions are in the lead, that cycle doesn't affect people, because they'll do their purchases anyway with their credit cards
and pay later.
And pay later. But in Ghana, you do credit card, the next time you go, the man has changed his address. He has even changed his name.
That's why we need credit scoring.
Multiple identities.
So that we can buy the thing.
Small quick loan. Boys are taking and throwing their SIM cards away. How much more credit card?
Our people call it Agbanava Glow of a Tojago. When you are in too much credit, the people who you own, they will come after you.
Agbanava Glow.
Yeah, so we need credit scoring.
No, but at Christmas, you see, we finished the election. I mean, transition is in progress, so we need to transition to the Christmas.
Ghanaians will chop Christmas.
They still will chop.
Whether we like it or not.
Regardless.
Not that we have even seen second round
and
voting.
still, people
The way
chop
when was it? 2008.
2008. 2000. There was a second
But
round.
2008 second round, where we're doing December to remember. Charlie, I thought that second round, the people won't come.
Oh, brothers came.
The place was packed. I'm like, won't you go and vote so, Mamma?
So boys were chopping the brother.
People have started arriving.
If like Friday night,
the bogus are coming.
People have started arriving. Yeah.
See, my problem with the bogus is when they come, they disrupt and distort the market.
No, they don't distort any market. It's all planned.
Otherwise, it's monkeys playing by side.
Thank you very much.
I withdraw.
But I'm telling you that
I withdraw accordingly.
The days when buggers used to distort the market, they are gone long ago. Right now, if you want to see where the market can be distorted, go towards East Legon.
What is happening there?
Cannot pray.
Ballers, move ballers. Killer ballers.
Bogus, yes, Remo, what? Yes, Remo, Muba Mohadini. Mohadini, Munyabutre.
Buggers, open you.
This is the vibe you'll be expecting on Situation this year. Adani Best will be at his best. And it will be butu.
Yesterday when I left the studio, some old friend called me and said, Charlie, the Adani Best angle. That's why I want to be. Will he be there? I said, we don't disappoint. He will seize the whole place.
Thank you.
And then,
thank you.
Charlie.
Thank you. That's the song. DJ Bebu. Jatabi.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
And Chin Band will be a situation as well. So it's a complete party. You don't want to miss that. We'll get into situation, the details of it a bit later on the morning. But one of the news items on the 6 a.m. bulletin that caught my attention, Samantha, I don't know if you heard this guy. The NPP, you know, you see, they plan to form a committee, you know, to assess their defeat in the just ended election. The party, of course, they lost a lot of parliamentary seats, including some in their strongholds, and in the presidential trailed by over 1.5 million votes. And the Director of Communications, Richard Ahiagba, is expressing optimism the party's ability to regroup and strengthen its position ahead of future elections. So there's a plan to set up a committee to assess their defeat. So let me bring you that voice shortly, and then we'll continue this.
The party would regroup, and absolutely the New Patriotic Party, as you know, as we're a very resilient political party, will come back. From next year, there is likely to be some committee that looks into the outcome of the election. What we're going to do is to make sure we support the government. We're not going to be disruptive, as our flag bearer has said, that we're going to be constructive in our criticism and ensure that they do what they say they are going to do for the benefit of our country.
So that is Richard Ahiagba. But some people think the NPP doesn't really need a committee to understand why they lost. No, you don't need a committee. You should know the science work.
But
some people think
I think it's normal for political parties to kind of do a post-mortem, which post-mortem would guide them on first how they run their lives in opposition, and the realities that pop up during the post-mortem actually are the elements that will determine how long they stay in position.
Right.
If you do a POD, you know POD?
Tell me about
polish on debt, kind of polish on debt, kind of post-mortem. You know that you are going to be in opposition for a very long time. And if the realities are also massaged, you are going to be in opposition for a very long time. I mean, it's okay for them to want to put that together, but the source documents for that kind of thing are not hard to come by.
Right.
Okay. My suggestion is that they should start from Kweku Kwatin's missive that he released 3 months ago?
Yeah.
Sky, when was that?
It was 4 months ago thereabouts.
They should start with that document that Kweku Kwatin wrote.
Yeah.
You understand? Yeah. And then another source document will be the message that was sent out by the 90 or so parliamentarians when they made public and open dissent of the way the then finance minister Kanoforiata was handling things. You know, I think so basically these are your job is defined,
right,
and the materials you need, everything there, and then they also have to evaluate the nature of the response that these, if like dissents, the response that they were given from the presidency, from the Jubilee House, from Nana Akufo-Addo, from the Chief of Staff, Frema Opare. You understand? They have to be brutal in doing this introspection. And also, another reality is that they should know that there will be fallouts. Definitely, if they have to face the brutal truth, there definitely will be fallouts. Because you can't go sit at table, massage your egos, feel good about everything that has happened and still get it right. No, you can't get it right. So yeah, it's a good call, but it has to be deeper than just the flowery, we are going to have a committee and then even
bounce
that.
Back,
It has to go through the choice of people that they did for manifestos. And I can tell you, the people that wrote the manifesto, how some people were sidelined, all these things. So, you see, I'm saying that if they say that they want to do this introspection,
It must
then
be clinical.
It must be clinical. That's the word.
They'll have to get it right. Because what it is that they will have to understand is, one, you win an election by, say, 1 million or so votes in 2016. 8 years on, you are booted out of government by a bigger margin.
With almost all your seats,
seats
annihilated.
are gone and all of that. And so that introspection will have to be very brutal, as Samen said. And that is the painful truth they will have to tell themselves whenever that committee starts its work and whenever they sit down to analyze what it is that went wrong. What I can say, though, is that I thought there are some factors that are internal. So, for example, how the MPP organized its own affairs. Can Oforiatta issue 90 MPs, the entire handling of that. And there are certain factors that are external, certain things that the citizenry kept saying that either the party missed the trick or they underestimated the responses from Ghanaians, right? If you, on this show, on this platform, we get messages all the time. And you could tell that a lot of the messages came from people who were very unhappy with how government was handling certain things. All the things we saw, all the various expressions of displeasure, discomfort, and happiness with the government, all those various expressions should have said something to the government that things were not well. So that's on one hand. I don't think this introspection that the MPP wants to do will focus a lot on what people are saying, because I think whatever it is the citizen wants to tell them, they've told them already via the election numbers. But they'll have to go back to the internal structuring of the party, because between when the election results came out and today, you've had several things, right? But a lot of the things seem to run along very similar lines. They say that party hierarchy is not listening, they are intransigent, they are stubborn. When you talk, they don't mind you. Then Samen mentions the Ken Oforiatta episode, and several people have pointed to that, episode. MP, is it Eugene Boachi entry? I think that's his name, Subing MP. He even said, and I've heard him say this on various platforms, that as far back as 2022, he could tell something was off. And ultimately, 2 years down the line, they are here. So that's introspection. They'll have to go back and start to see how did they miss all these warning signs internally.
I think that it actually came to a head in 2022.
Oh, okay.
You understand? Isn't that when the
yes,
MPs,
I think that's when the MPs
revolted.
Kind of, yes.
But you see, it doesn't take a normal occurrence for members of parliament within the same party to stage this kind of a revolt. So that should suggest to
something. Things were happening
going on for a long time, and according to some of them, they had tried using the internal party mechanisms to address some of the issues and call the attention of the president to it, and they did not succeed, and that's why they made a public showing of it. Fast forward to post-election 2024. We ask ourselves, were they right or wrong? And we all know the answer.
Because you listen to Andy Appiah-Kubi and you get the sense that there are voices of reason. There have been voices of reason, and people who are in the party who have been making suggestions, but who to listen to them have been the challenge. So it appears perhaps this defeat, embarrassing as it is what maybe the party needed in order to listen again.
Well, I mean, we are humans. We never learn. We never learn. This is not the first time a political party will be, I mean, the NDC lost bitterly in 2016, and there was a Kwesiboche committee. I think on hindsight, the good thing the NDC did with the committee report is that they never released it to the public.
They didn't show it to us. They kept it to their chest.
But they used it
to improve.
Introducing it to the public would have brought in all kinds of confusion.
It means you are just minding your business and trying to repair, right the wrongs. So yes, if they are setting up a committee, they have to set up a committee. I mean, for me, I watched the Okaikwe Central coalition and the whole back and forth, and something hit me. Something hit me, and I hope that the MPP guys are listening. I saw Mr. Fred Owari.
Yeah.
I saw Peter McMenu.
Yeah.
I saw Mr. Frank Davis. At least these three sitting together.
Yeah.
And then on the NDC side, I saw Sam George.
Yeah.
I saw Dr. What's his name?
Peter
Otokuno.
Yes.
And I looked at the age difference.
Yeah.
And the first question is, where are the young people in the MPP? The same MPP that was filled with young, articulate officers, where were they?
It was a bit later than I saw the Samir Ukus. That's much later. That was even Abdulmanov and Suhum.
I'm talking about.
And Soma Doji. But Okankwe Central, yes.
But
it was
tell
the
me,
gray
when you saw them at
they were
Okankwe
seated.
Central, hang on, didn't you still have the Otokuno them still
They
around?
were still there.
They were still around.
The people had not slept.
They were still there.
So that in the processing of your leadership, were you minded on pushing authority and leadership to the next generation? I always tell myself that as for the GANs, the GAN people in MPP and the senior ones, they should bow their heads in shame.
What have they done?
Because if you start from the very senior most GANs in the MPP, ask them, who have they grown within the GAN system?
Okay.
Where's Ajay Sowa?
The former mayor.
Where is he?
Right.
The moment they removed him from there, the GAN people dumped him. You see, you don't. If you don't grow them, this is what happens.
Right.
This is what happens. So nobody should pretend that they are shocked
by the defeat.
No, you cannot be shocked. In fact, if you are shocked by this defeat, then you cannot be a politician. In fact, you don't deserve to be a politician. Maybe the extent of the defeat we will not be able to determine. In fact, nobody was able to determine the extent of the defeat.
Yeah.
But having experienced this kind of defeat, you can put the pieces together and draw your own conclusions. What we did wrong, what people, look, for me, anyway,
Sky, so this is what I'm reading here, how to run a country, right? And yes, Cicero, this is a very short part. It says, absolute power inevitably corrupts even the best of men.
Yeah.
And it talks about why in running a country you must have the best of the men around you, and the leader must always listen to these people. And so on this background, and looking at the kind of defeats the NPP has suffered in the very recent election, one cannot say that those who were those who were in the helm of affairs didn't have the best of men around them. Is it that they didn't listen? What went wrong? Let me just, from where you sit, this kind of defeat, very unprecedented and embarrassing as you describe it.
Well, it's a defeat that has many parts, and it was made by many different things, all of which came together to create the embarrassment we saw. But I want to take you back.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
Long before the MPP won the 2016 elections, there was a major storm within the party. The national chairman was perceived as anti the Nana agenda.
Okay.
Although he was categorical during the campaign that he was not going to take sides during the presidential primary election.
The national chairman?
Who was the chairman?
Paul Afoko. Right. And I had predicted after the Tamale Congress that these two men were unlikely to work together. Similarly, Kwabena Ejapong, who later became a key member of the campaign team of
Dr.
Baumia, was also the general secretary of the party, and he was also perceived as anti the Nana agenda. So what did the team do? Of course, initially there was an attempt to remove them. We were told that Nanado, didn't support that. But pressure kept coming in, and at some point he was not in the country. We were told that there was a coup d'etat, and they were removed. Of course, that later stabilized the party, because at that point they had brought in Freddie Wasime-Ublay, then the vice chairman of the party, to stabilize affairs for the party. Ultimately, he also became the national chairman at some point. Long story short, they went on to win the elections. But if you speak to people within the party, there's a suggestion that the primary elections organized by the Afoko and the Kwabena Ejapong regime produce a better outcome in terms of their presence in parliament, where they got, decent majority in the first parliament that accompanied Nanado's election.
Okay.
The subsequent parliamentary elections or the primaries didn't have that much, overwhelming victories across the country. So you saw that they now had a split, 137-137. Now, the people in the party tell you that, again, at that point, there was executive interference in who gets chosen in what spaces and in what constituency. Then you start jostling for parliamentary positions from members of the executive who were close to the presidency or who were within the presidency. So you ask yourself, was it better to have approached the elections the way the likes of, Kwabena Ejapong and Paul Afoko did? Allow the system to play out without so much external interference as to who you prefer to be in what position? So that is a key question that the party people must ask themselves. Of course, the argument will be that when we removed Paul Afoko and Kwabena Ejapong, we got electoral victory. But that victory was on the back of candidates who had already been prepared by their administration.
Right.
You understand? So that is one issue. And then when they were removed, the Honorable Freddie Blake came, did a fantastic job of stabilizing the ship. But he was also seen as too cozy to the president.
I see.
You understand? So that when they produced candidates for the subsequent elections, of course, there was a name. The general secretary at the time was a former organizer who became the
John
general.
Boyd. Yes, this is John Boyd.
Yeah, exactly. You saw a split, 137-137. And the man they rejected, who they threw away, who they wrote to the speaker to make a ruling which caused him to be discarded, became their savior in the subsequent parliament formed. Exactly. Now imagine if he had said that he was going to join the NDC and caucus with them, the MPP would have been in the minority in the current parliament, long before the storm we recently saw. Now, there are a number of lessons from there. As to whether the party has learnt it is another matter.
Right.
Then you also had a situation where there was too much jostling for the position of deputy president.
Deputy president?
Yeah, in this case, vice president.
Okay.
Right.
Sounded a little dramatic.
So that in itself undermined party cohesion.
So this is deputy president for the running mate?
Yeah, the running, as in the
flag bearer.
Exactly.
This current one.
Yes,
okay.
Yes,
okay.
Yes.
Okay. So they didn't heal from that?
No. I don't think so.
But I saw some of the names, were campaigning in the
Richard,
papers.
People jostling to be running.
That happens.
Well, that's quite regular, is it not?
No,
or you don't find that.
No, you see what you see, the decision as to who to elect is for the party people.
Okay.
And when they make that decision, the flag bearer makes a decision as to who he feels
can best partner him.
Now, it is for the party leadership to say, oh, we agree with that person, or we do not agree. So you would hear that when Hajia Alima Mahama was proposed, there was objection from the party people that, look, we don't want any woman business here, so let's think of something else. Unfortunate as it was, Nanado went back and brought Baumia. Again, if you attended the party meeting at Alisa where this decision was made, there was strong objection. But then influential voices said, yes, the man may not have been a card-bearing member of the party, but we are the people who provide leadership for the party. So we can override the constitutional requirement and say that, we're giving this man a party card. Go on to become our deputy president nominee. Right, exactly.
Like
running mate. That was done. They lost the first elections. They lost the second elections. And then the third one, they won. There are lessons to be learned from that. But you see, we did not see intense jostling, undermining of each other, sponsoring of very deadly things in the media as to attack potential opponents in the lead up to the selection of a running mate.
I get your point, because if you look at it, eventually the NDC was even using some of the things said by people who were jostling for that role as their campaign message, which was very lethal.
Look, you look at it, and when you see the newspaper, you know where they belong. When you see this one, you know where it belongs. When you see this one, you know where it belongs. And then people who were from the same region almost were at each other's throats. And a number of very deadly things also came up. You saw what happened to the deputy finance minister, who unfortunately died. Of course, all kinds of very outlandish things have been said about what may or may not have led to that. But you see, what the problem really was, the party was not able to deal with that.
Sky is getting into some very dangerous
deep waters.
And I'm telling you that what he's outlined are the very things that political parties are not able to deal with. They can go to Akosobo, they can go to Akose, they can go to Saint wherever. They will go and solve every problem except these problems. Because political parties are driven by momentum and internal cohesion. When there are fragments that threaten the internal cohesion,
things fall apart.
Not necessarily. Whereas the fragmentation doesn't bode well for the party, it gives certain people comfort and strength to pursue their agenda. So you talk about people from the same ethnic group, people from the same region. That is a bigger challenge for the MPP than anything.
Okay.
They may sound as complementary to the major issue of the conduct of the presidency coming down, trickling down, what the presidency did, what the president did not do, how the president responded to certain issues that were raised in discipline, people jumping into courtrooms and threatening judges. You remember that in
very
Kumasi?
early,
And things like that. People may not have your kind of power to act, but they will wait for a day like this. And so, a very solid points that Sky has raised, actually. And I hope that in the postmortem, they
all these will come up,
consider and have what it takes to manage them. Because you see, look at 2000 elections. I was heavily involved, so I know what I'm talking about. It was, as we say, Gagbe Magbibo. And you see, by year 2000, the ethnicity factor in our politics had not emerged the way it is. Of course, except for the Volta region that was heavily NDC. Okay. Greater Accra, you couldn't say that Greater Accra, even the Gan people were NDC at the time. Mukwara, that's all. Remember that. You know, MPP ended up with 99 seats in parliament. NDC 91 seats in parliament. And I'm coming to your point. From 2000 and 2004, President Kufuor increased the numbers. From 99 seats, they got to 128 seats in parliament. So I'm just comparing term 1 MPP 2000 to 2004, term 1 MPP to 2016 to so 2016 to 2020. What happened? We saw a nosedive, which threatened the stability of parliament, and they had to live with it. And you see, a lot of the things that we saw happening in parliament that we disapproved of, we were not happy with, had its toll on the final outcomes of the elections. Some people were ostracized for speaking out, pointing out the blatant wrongdoings. Some people were weakened, all sorts of things. So if you really, really want to do a post-mortem, you have to consider every element. You can't do a post-mortem and pretend. The doctors will tell us and pretend that it's something else.
It has to be raw, run deep.
And you know, the party is weak. Pound for pound, executive to party. This is not the MPP as we have known it.
So as in what, when you compare
the leadership of the rank, I mean,
and he's not doing MPP versus NDC.
No,
but MPP
the
today
MPP
versus
before,
MPP before.
Yeah,
today, and
the party is weak. Of course,
in fact, very weak.
Very, very weak. You know, one of the most blistering battles fought within the MPP was between John Kufuor and Peter Alajeti, and Papa Sam will tell you. Ahead of their victory, it was brutal. And when you hear the accounts, even when the man was supposed to have been nominated to become Speaker of Parliament, it took a lot of effort to get John Kufuor, then President-elect, to sign off on the idea that Peter Alajeti should become.
No, it was a major fight. Leading up to, in fact, during the campaign, all the campaign events, Alajeti did not show up. He did not show up. The only and the one and only one that he showed up was the second round, which we did at Manchagbona, where he said the crocodile.
He said what?
Crocodile.
Peter Alajeti had a very deep.
No. A big man is a big ass. Italy could do anything. And this was the same person that 2 months before he had invited us, and I say us myself, Komladumo Poladumotre, to his residence at East Cantonments, and told us in his voice, J.A. Kufuor cannot be the president.
That's right.
What was the fight about?
Oh, plenty. Is for another day. But I'm just saying that this is how they got there.
Right.
And these are strong men.
It took the likes of what's his name?
BJ Darocha.
No, Doctor Nyahotamaklo. I remember Nyahotamaklo. And at this time, you know, a lot of people don't know. At this time, Nyahotamaklo was super active in politics, and he was still practicing medicine pro bono.
That's right.
Wow.
Free of charge.
Wow.
He operated a clinic called The Clinic. In fact, at some point, he moved it to Russia, that area, just to serve the people. Sukura area. You know, people did a lot of things. So at times, when you hear people like Nyahotamaklo talking painfully, it is born out of what they believe they gave into the party. I mean, I avoided him, to be honest. I had to avoid him because anytime he calls me Charlie, the man will lament. I said, but me, that if you lament to me, I mean, already, man.
So pound for pound, the party has weakened.
Oh, yes.
Exactly.
If you look at the trajectory.
So now when the
its
president
leadership
says jump, you say high, how high?
Right.
You understand? And so the party itself could not take decisions that would have been in its own interest.
But
Because
Richard,
this whole fight between 94 MPs and then the presidency. Look, a party that is strong would have gone to the presidency and would have told the president off. That means the president, yes, you may be the president today, but you used our vehicle to become president. The people who are saying that you should change the Ministry of Finance are the people from the grassroots. They reflect action would have required that. Look, let's leave him. Otherwise, he himself ought to have resigned. But when he did not, the party, if the party was strong, if it was the party of BJ Darocha, if it was the party of Peter Alajete, you would have expected, of course, if what do you call it, General Secretary Kobene Jepong was in office at that time, in my respectful view, they would have sided with some 94 or so MPs that, hey, this thing is going to crush all of us. Because as John Kufuor had said, it is better to be in a party that is in government and serve as what? A cleaner, than to be in opposition and be a general secretary. You understand? So that failure to stand up to the presidency and say, Mr. President, no, this is our party. What we are asking for is not only in the interest of the party's future fortunes, but also in the interest of the republic. Get the man out. Because, yes, he did some work before leaving. But when he was replaced with the member of parliament for Karaga, you saw confidence coming back into the economy. Right? International people, yes, they warmed up to us. And as we speak, you can see that we are told that the economy's growth is back to its pre-COVID years. So what if this had been done much earlier? Perhaps would have had a better outcome. And you see, it was that fight that eventually led to the Honorable Chairman Sabunsu's departure from the majority bench.
Oh, really?
Yes. Because he took part in the meeting, which meeting was to discuss the issue of changing the Minister for Finance. And as fate had it, he took up the job of interim Minister for Finance to present the president's budget when the Minister of Finance was unwell. And then the interpretation, or the facts may well have been, was that, he wanted to replace
stage palace coup in order to take his place.
Richard, I just want to ask something. Let's just double back to a point. You spoke about the weakening of the party. When the NPP, when did you think it happened?
When what do you call it? So there are two things. I believe that the removal of what do you call it, Paul Afoko and Kobene Jepong.
Okay, so as chairman and general secretary.
Right. At some point became necessary because they could not just work together.
The two,
the factions.
Okay,
they could not work together.
Okay.
Yeah.
So instead of prosecuting the agenda of putting the NDC government on its toes and pushing the message to the people that we are the best options to replace these guys,
we spent more time fighting
each other. Press conferences became, rancorous. People attacking each other, party boys storming the place. You saw the Hajia woman. It was bust. At some point, we were even fearing for our lives. Wow. So, when it got to that point, it was clear that at least one person needed to cave in. And it was a better sacrifice. Remove the two people. Of course, the idea was that don't add Kobena to it, but somehow some people felt that, check him out. So he was taken out. Of course, that led to the party's victory. But what it did was that subsequently the party became extremely weak. Of course, if you look at the current leadership of the party, I mean, really.
Pascal, if the party was weakened by this occurrence and you took over running of the country and the dollar did not move from 4 cedis to 16 cedis, the issues of e-levy, the issues of Kelny GVG, the issues of all. What I'm saying is that you could still have done a better job at governance, which may, if you like, make up for all these things to bring in some confidence. You get me? But if post that, we go through all these things and we don't have clear and articulate answers or remedies to these things, then we have a bigger problem. It makes it easy to flush away the baby with the water.
You see, Simon, it's a fantastic point. But you see, the point I'm trying to make is that while the president was doing things not to the glory of God, but to the glory of himself, as he would seem, if the party was a vehicle competently alive to its responsibilities, there would have been a bloodbath. They would have stormed the presidency. And they would have told him off that, look, what you are doing is not only wrecking the nation, but it's equally wrecking our fortunes in subsequent elections. Because the president became all in all. It was his decision to take. Nobody could challenge him. Those who challenged him faced the slaughterhouse at the polls.
Sky, but if the president was the all in all and he made good decisions,
it would have made up.
Oh, that's true. Remember Haruna Seku? He faced Kufuor. What happened to him? They threw him away. Kufuor became a strong leader. That's the point I'm making.
Yeah, because he had people who could.
But that was his choice.
Yeah, that's true.
You see, he chose the people. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying that if we have to compare apples for apples, then this is it. Kufuor had a major fight. Remember?
Yeah.
Haruna Seku, which we saw his exit, right?
He couldn't even come to the Congress.
He went on and dealt with the issue. At the time, he was facing major issues. What's the Giselle Yazi, all those things were there. But he still showed leadership. That's what we are saying. So for me, the buck still stops with Nana Akufo-Addo.
That's true.
We can't dress it anyhow. I'm telling you.
That's true.
So, what will become the legacy of President Akufo-Addo in the party now, given the trajectory that Sky has, eloquently, narrated to us up to this point?
Sometimes I want to ask this, and maybe Richard, if you can answer. Does he have to be part of this postmortem?
Well, he can be part because he can be part. He's a president. He's a outgoing president. I mean, you can't draw rings around him and think that he still has people who are extremely loyal to him.
Yeah.
He has to be part of it.
Yeah.
And it has to come with humility and sobriety so that we can admit where we all got it wrong. And don't go into the NP people, don't go into that meeting, say me ferry papa, no me ferry way. You will not solve anything.
And let me make one final point. You see, Saben's made very, very brilliant points about what ought to have been. And a huge portion of the blame the president has to take. The people he trusted, the people he'd relied on to feed him with information, and how those were used, they played a huge part in failing him. Of course, he would, as to what his legacy is, we can leave that to time.
Okay.
Because the reason I say that is, there were things he did so badly, but he's also taking some decisions that I believe in the fullness of time will become unraveled. Because just as we had problems with John Mahama when he was president, we said he was the worst thing to happen to us. And then we got Akufo-Addo. With time, people now say that, maybe John was not that bad after all. So he's back now. Of course, there are a number of reasons for his return, but those are matters we'll deal with subsequently. But there's something I want to mention. You see, Nanado's attitude to towards Parliament, somewhat became some way. And let me use the term some way.
Okay.
After he lost the speakership position to Honorable Bagbin.
I see.
And there are a number of reasons for that.
which we can go
we
into
can go to
a bit later.
Yes.
Okay, that's fine. But our attitude towards Frema is not some way at all.
No, friend.
Frema is in the studio, and we love her presence. But we'll take a very quick break.
She's wearing Gankui, you know Gankui.
Very nice, beautiful Gankui.
Do you know Gankui? Who named their friend Gankui?
She's wearing Kiki.
So we'll just take a very quick break. When we are back,
that's SPERRS.
Space.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Sparkling champagne, non-alcoholic. Here's sparkling champagne, non-alcoholic. 5 flavors, we get them 5 flavors. 5 flavors, we get them 5 flavors. White grape, red grape, apple, blue and pink. White grape, red grape, apple, blue and pink. Here's sparkling champagne, non-alcoholic. Here's sparkling champagne. Non-alcoholic, 5 flavors. We get them 5 flavors. White grape, red grape, apple.
Non-alcoholic sparkling champagne. All 5 flavors available in a shop near you.
Win big! Just buy any Samsung, TCL, Media, and NASCO electronics and appliances and stand a chance to win free TVs, air conditioners, washing machines, refrigerators, gas cookers, chest freezers, home theaters, small kitchen appliances, and many more. How to enter? Dial *920*888#. Select option 1 to enter raffle. Select region of purchase. Enter item serial number and you're good to go. Increase your chances by buying more to enter multiple times. Follow us for weekly and monthly winner announcements. Terms and conditions apply. This is approved and regulated by the National Lotteries Authority on the Caritas Lottery platform.
Come on. Good boy. Honey, look, he's crawling. Wow. Good job. The new Cerelac Wheat and Maize has the combined goodness of wheat and maize grains fortified with iron, vitamins, and minerals also found in fruits and vegetables. To prepare the new Cerelac Wheat and Maize, just add milk. Enjoy your little one's big moments at less cost. Cerelac, care for them, count on us. This advert is FDA approved. Come on. Good boy.
Papa na kamesi o. Papa nune kamesi o. Only one politician, strong and reliable, trusted by generation. We want the citizens to buy only politicians. Papa Nunye, Accra Plumbers, say so.
Join the conversation on the Citi Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/Citi97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/Citi973, and Instagram at instagram.com/Citi973 with the hashtag CitiCBS.
Life is tasty, like alugun to be.
The Citi Breakfast Show. Rise above the noise.
Unleashing the power of relevant radio. This is Citi 97.3.
Madasi, we are looking to be. Hey, who gave you a pose? Nice shoe looking. Oh, who this guy not like him? Did you like him? Oh, not say, sir. We are looking to be. We are looking to be. Oh, who fresh brand one pity. Or do club once you started. This boy, they fresh. If I catch a man, oh, not say, sir.
No, who fresh boy, I know what pity. Miss Frames, nice shoes.
No, I also.
Hey, baby, I like him.
Not say.
Hey, sir. Where are you going to be? No, it's good to have you, bud.
Thanks for having me.
Welcome to the studio.
Thank you.
Yeah, we've been having some, serious conversations, big issues, and things postmortem issues now.
But calm down.
Yeah, we need to calm.
Down.
Please, you have brought some sunshine to the studio.
Calm down.
Let it radiate to the people of Ghana. Yeah.
I mean, everybody is thinking about Christmas at this point. They are thinking about situation.
Thank you.
So I mean, commentators there.
Thank you.
I mean, somebody has lost that home. It's okay. I mean, the situation.
Critical.
No,
so what's happening this year? What's happening at the situation?
Situation. I mean, we are just counting down to 24th.
Yeah, man.
All right. I mean, we're just waiting for 7 December to pass. I mean, for some of us, we're just waiting for the day to pass. Regardless of what was going to happen. As for situation,
we will situate it.
We have situated.
Thank you.
We are just waiting for the day.
Yeah, man.
And then we give them a showdown.
Sharp.
Yeah, it's an era of showdown. Yeah. So I mean, we are ready. So situation, we are very, very ready. So if you haven't done the needful yet, in fact, I cry for those who have registered or those who have called to book. I mean, that's where you think you are in a comfortable lead. But if you do not follow it with payment,
then you say DJ boy
you're not paying, will expose you. So on that day
you have to consolidate the fundamentals.
Your fundamentals to be very weak.
Oh my God. So this time around, where is situation situated?
So now we are going to East Legon. So situation is a whole package.
Thank you.
From venue to what you are going to be enjoying to who is coming to do what is a whole package.
An experience.
Absolutely. So when we are going to the areas, we know the experience we are giving.
Thank you.
Now we are coming to where the ballers are.
You are entering the system of the ballers. How much is money?
How much?
Bowling.
Absolutely.
Premium or nothing.
Now you know.
Now you know.
So now
no, you are a baller. No, Sky, you are a baller.
You are semi-baller. Follow it with payment and then you are baller. Calm down.
This one that you are semi-baller.
No, I said you go rich. You understand? Small, Jenny small, but you go rich. Yeah, by weekend credit then your money card. So this year we are at the Underbridge, at East Legon. I mean, when you hear the location address,
Underbridge,
you know what's going to happen exactly. So just get your all white, not polka dots, not check.
Which one is the polka dot?
You know Abu Brokos here.
Oh, the one that that one we use it for wedding,
But this time we are doing all white. So don't put any dots.
No Abu Brokos here.
No lines. No check.
No way.
You know that kind of thing. I said the one that you remove the new you are not sure whether it's white or it's a color. No. If you are not too sure, start buying blue. You know blue. Now it's sunny. So you put a thing in blue. And then hang it in the sun.
My God.
Make sure around there 3. Don't let night fall on it because you go back to square one.
You go remove that.
So when the sun is hot, then you move it. You have your white. All white.
Add starch to it.
Add starch. You see the shirt that you iron with starch, or when you pass by somebody, if you are not careful, you can cut the person.
Thank you.
Please, Prima. Sky's idea of starch is not your idea of starch. Please, that was too fast. I'm sure Fiba is talking about the spray starch.
No, he's talking about
the one you boil on.
No, Sky is what we call in Ghana static.
No, which one is that?
You cook it like cocoa, and then you pour some small water inside. Then you soak the shirt inside. Then you raise it and shake it small, and then you hang it, and then the thing stands like a maga.
So what I think is, I don't know whether you have a sheet of paper or you still have a fabric.
That one when you wear, then you put plaster in your pocket. You can cut somebody.
Yeah, so that's what's happening. So you're all white, all white.
Thank you.
From top to bottom, all white. Even if you can go beyond what we are seeing, just feel good within yourself.
That's
all
right.
white.
That's
all white means all white. In and out. Inside out,
We enter
upside
the
down.
system.
All white.
Nice one.
You got it.
So this time I see that you have some wonderful people who are performing that night.
Oh yes, the beautiful thing about Situation is we have moved from the musical concert era. Now we are coming to do party. And as for party, Anka DJ is enough.
What did I say?
But we know. We said that it has been a very long year. In fact, December has been a very long month. We have not even finished. You understand? So we just want to do the most. So in as much as we have the DJs there, we also want the musicians to pass through. And it's just icing on the cake.
It's the icing on the cake.
Exactly. Just so you know that we care about you.
That's
right. The Better Ghana agenda is starting on 24th.
I thought we entered Ghana beyond aid.
No, that's for the aid. Once you have your money, you are beyond aid.
That's right.
If you have your money, you
are beyond aid.
You are beyond aid. You understand? So that is better Ghana.
So the icing, we have Adani Best.
So Adani Best.
Yeah,
the Adani Best. Yes. His songs are seasonal.
Thank you.
And especially at this time, it makes a lot more sense.
Nostalgic.
The Jatabi, the Jatabi.
That one is loaded.
It has grown.
Where you are going to? Some people are not so happy where you are going. You don't have to take your time.
People don't know where I'm going, senior.
Okay.
People, I don't know. All I know is that the cap shall grow. It shall become Simba will one day become Mufasa. At this point, we have Mufasa. So we have Adani Best coming.
Nice one.
As for the Jatabi, on that day, I have the people I want to request.
It is very important.
I can't say it here because from now I'll drive to Clotte Poly. You understand? To my next destination. So on the day,
yes.
As for that day, everybody will know
that.
Everybody is under the influence of something.
No, that day,
Our situation there. MDs are there, HR managers are there, security men are there. On that day, the most important thing is your white and where you are sitting, because see, you can be sitting at platinum, then your bosses are gold. On that day, you have postmortem than your boss.
You go back to work, you have issues.
What happens? A situation ends a situation.
Okay.
When we leave situation, is reset.
But come and upgrade.
Upgrade the situation.
When you leave there, you reset. Back to factory. So
Adani Best is coming. Yes. We have Mansa, Peacemaker. Bisa is even on TV. Yeah, Bisa was on TV today. Exactly. Because for the situation, when you go and it's that fun, we don't know what time we are coming back. So you're gonna say where that your name ada your beba. You understand? So Jesus will come and meet us still as situation girls. So Jesus not by 25th now. So by the time you come, we are doing outdooring because Isaiah has given us the names already. Emmanuel, Prince of Peace, wonderful. So we are taking the lead. By the time he comes, absolutely. Outdooring in absentia. Oh, when it gets to that point, now we know that that's where we are left. We'll be laying down our house.
Ghana people bad power. Ghana people power. But I think the problem is the Osofo Dazi that we all grew up watching and announcing stories. Ghana people will be doing at the park. And then emoji comes on stage. People they raise their arms in worship. I say more.
Now the interesting thing is right after the all be lifted. Oh yeah, mommy.
Yes,
everybody.
Right after that, then you hear where the party is today. Where we stood to raise our hands. That is what we are doing. The party day. Oh my God.
That makes us Ghanaians.
Thank you very much.
The only problem.
Thank you very much, because you said this temptation there you fall.
Where the party is.
So no dwelling on situation.
No,
dwelling at all.
No, I mean, we are not coming
That's
to
where
pay.
the party day.
We are not paying
East
12K to
Legon
come
under
and
bridge.
just dog. No, we are not doing that.
The tables.
Yeah. So now the cake, So the icing is Adani Best, emoji.
So Adani Best, emoji,
Chim band.
Chim
is
there as well. Keche is coming, and then we have our DJs.
Nice one. DJ Mingle is on the
Mingle is there. DJ Beku is also there. So I mean, situation.
It's situated.
And this is just the icing on the cake.
Thank you.
So now the cake.
Tell me about the cake. Is it velvet? Is it chocolate?
I mean, it's a cocktail of everything.
It's a Bolton song.
Because we are serving everybody.
I love it.
So regardless of what you want,
I love it.
I've been quoting one eye. Regardless of whatever you want, it is there.
So Afro will be there. Afro will be there. What does he want?
Afro will be there.
Right, my father that will be there.
What does Afro? Agbele on the grazing table before.
Agbele. Oh, Agbele ko.
What I say? Thank you. So everything someday, because people are coming from all walks of life. You understand? From the north to the south, east to the west, they are coming. So everybody is well catered for.
Nice one.
So platinum, diamond. Gold, the people who would always try to expose, sometimes when you are in school and I say the teacher is not in class, we are all trying to talk, trying to have fun. There are some people who wear specs now, every day they have tucking, their shoes are clean, their socks is white. Everything you do, they will spoil it because they know. They are the ones who set the mark. You understand? So people that we all know that it's been a long year, so we are coming, we drink champagne, we drink whiskey. That's why I've decided that we don't take alcohol. We just say, yes, you better, you make be. You know those people, because in Abraham's era, I said, even if I get 10 people, some people have decided that they know they are the ones who determine. No, 10 is too much. Get 3. Let's go. You understand?
Because we found just one righteous.
Do you understand?
We will not destroy.
So the people who have decided that, they will come.
They need to be there.
But no problem.
So that they will wash the sins of the majority away.
Absolutely. Somebody needs to carry somebody. You understand? Because people will come as singles and live as couples.
Hallelujah.
You understand? In a year's time, they will
Pastor
come as family. Once you come as single and you are living as couple, don't worry. Just hold on.
Family consecration. The Reverend Winger will bless everything for you.
Exactly. Yeah. So no problem. The table.
How about the people who have situationship? Situationship. You can explain it and then you.
So then you come and redefine. The situationship.
You can calibrate.
You are not too sure. Are we going or we are coming?
Yeah, a honey hole.
As a honey hole. As we are going. As we are coming. As we are not too sure. But when you come for situation, something can lead to something. Then we decided that when let's forget. You go fear. What I say? Thank you very much. Exactly. So this is the experience. Okay. As for what you will eat and what you are drinking, I bet you it go over you. But is there the beautiful thing about situation is how people carry bottles and stuff like that when they are going. Because whatever we put on your table is for you. Is yours. Whatever we put on. Sometimes people ask, so the drinks that we are not able to consume, are you taking them? Extended situation.
There's a special request. People say you should talk about situation in Twi.
Why you won't worry me, dude?
They should mummify the message. And the people who want Sky to do that, they should mummify the message.
It's talking for that.
So Prima is going to talk about the tables, the contents of it. But before then, there's an announcement that all official vehicles should be returned before 3rd January.
So they shouldn't bring official vehicles to situation.
But they said 3rd January.
January 3rd.
Because we don't want the brothers there.
So you need to do your rounds.
To outgoing ministers and appointees, the official vehicles, the one that you've been doing attrition with on the street, defying traffic regulations. They say come and park it. And pack it in good condition. Now, it
is very important. It's a very important announcement because look, You know how
don't spray.
You know how the people are behaving. We don't want them to come to situation and come and give us problem.
No.
So we pack it, and you can take Uber and come. We have been doing Uber. Nobody is dead.
Nothing will
So
happen to you.
yes.
One of the
If you don't have
sponsors
the
for
app, we'll
situation.
forward the link to you.
One of the
We'll share
sponsors
the
of
link.
situation is around, so we'll talk to them as well. So you know that we are very serious about it. But let's talk about the content
So quickly,
of the tables.
the platinum table. You know, so the
Please
platinum.
take pen and paper and write.
The platinum table seats 8 people.
Thank you.
It goes for 12,000 cedis. Now, it is not 12,000 cedis per head. For the table.
For the
so
whole
all
table.
the 8
Oh, okay.
people on the table. Now,
8 people.
This is what you get. A bottle of champagne. You see that thing we do in this country that everybody will go and pick something. When you open it, you do pose, so they say champagne. We are not talking about that. Champagne, when you come see that they have written CHAMPA. Not something sparkling something. Then because you open it and you pour, you say, yeah, I brought champagne.
I know you're champagne.
I don't quite see you. You understand? So it doesn't even get it. So we have a bottle of champagne. We have a bottle of whiskey. You know, whiskey be in whiskey be.
Thank you.
You get it. Thank you very much. There's amaga. There's amaga ho ho.
Thank you.
This one is ho ho. Raised to the power 4.
Thank you.
What I say. So we are talking about Glenfiddich.
AJ.
Listen to the name.
Glenfiddich.
When you no, calm down. Relax. Okay. Let your shoulders come down and say Glenfiddich.
Okay.
Glenfiddich. You see why I have to be a platinum?
We call it Yavua.
Calm down.
Champagne, bro.
White man drink.
All right, and then we have a bottle of wine, and then 2 packs of beer. Now this is Carlsberg. Okay. No, we are in the zone of the ballers. So everything has been scaled up. So Carlsberg is there as well. And then we have cocktails. Now for the cocktails, if you are platinum, is unlimited. Now unlimited means that when you finish chewing the thing, go back and collect more. Unlimited, the long and short, they say, as much as you want to enjoy, you are allowed.
No, so long as you drink it, they're gonna for some people or the ground baba
no, I'm with Nagate no. Situation we don't do takeaway. No, we don't do takeaway there. So eat it there. Eat what you can. So eat it there. So we have unlimited cocktails. We have unlimited bottles of water. Now cocktails simple unlimited. Now water there. Because as situation, I don't think that I want to drink water. No. I don't want to say.
No,
we didn't come here to drink water.
Some people use the water to clear the system, and then they come back for
they
more.
can use cocktail. Only one day, use champagne. What are you saying? What I say? You said the way water fills you up easily. No, no water. No. And then exactly, and then unlimited cocktails. We have 16 bottles of soft drinks. We have the grazing table. Grazing table.
Are they horses grazing or what's grazing?
No, so it means that this is a table of goodies.
Oh, I see.
When the Bible said, surely goodness and mercy goodness grazing table was part of the goodness the goodness and mercies that will follow you. Grazing table is part. So the grazing table comes with bits and pieces of everything.
Thank you.
So fruits kakra, meat kakra, local snacks kakra, veggies kakra, cheese kakra, you know, bits and pieces of everything. Something that can go very well with champagne, something that can go very well with a bottle of red wine, something that goes, you know,
that kind of thing.
exactly. So that table, when you get there, you feel like you're in the Garden of Eden. And no be naive to me and standing on the grazing table. Exactly. And then beyond all these, we have the dinner buffet. So you get all these, and then there's real food.
All of that.
All these,
and then you have dinner buffet.
And then there's dinner buffet as well. So you are just eating. I mean, so we are just spoiling you. So that's what is happening. And above all, there's a dedicated waiter. So you decide you don't want to get up, you don't want to go anywhere. Somebody should serve me for once. Let me also sit back and let somebody worship me. This is what situation is all about. So if you're platinum, this is what is happening. Now, if you're also a platinum non-alcoholic, you are entitled to all these, just that your drinks are non-alcoholic drinks. So this is
what remove the whiskey.
We'll remove the whiskey, yes, because we will not be the ones to come between you and your God.
That's good.
No.
Yes.
We have defined our relationship with God. So that's what the whiskey we take, that's what the champagne we take. But you continue. Heaven is the goal. No problem. So this is what is happening. So this is for platinum. Now, if you are diamond, you are getting equally the same thing, just that you are not getting a bottle of champagne.
Okay.
But it's okay, you know, it's okay. I mean, and you also don't have a grazing table. It's all right. It's all right. So admire the people who are enjoying the grazing table and let that inspire you.
So
to
that
say
next
that
year you
one
work
day when
harder.
I
You
go, I want to be
upgrade.
like these people. Next year, I want to be like the platinum
upgrade.
people. So you will upgrade next year.
Firma.
But for now,
Firma.
it's okay. Just set your standard. You get it. If you don't get it, forget about it. Yeah.
So platinum
So
gold.
diamond is going for 10,000. You
Diamond.
get a bottle of whiskey, that's Black
Right.
Label. You get 2 bottles of wine, 2 packs of beer, Carlsberg, 16 glasses of cocktails, 16 portions of grills, 16 bottles of water, 8 bottles of soft drinks, and dinner buffet.
And
So
that's
those
going
on the diamond package will also get dinner as well. That is
Right.
only 10,000 cedis.
Nice.
And
For
then we
8.
go to the for 8 people, and then we go to the gold. So the gold is going for 6,000 cedis. Now you get a bottle of whiskey, that's Red Label, 2 bottles of wine, 8 bottles of beer, that's Kiss beer, 8 glasses of cocktail, 8 bottles of water, 8 bottles of drinks, 8 portions of grills. You know, so sometimes when people say that, oh, but we're all going to be at the underbridge or the, no problem.
Level swim.
No problem.
Level swim.
When you enter the plane, you see where you pass before you get to your 44G area, that area no, where you pass. Yeah, they make you know that here, don't use poverty to save nonsense here.
Yeah,
You understand?
Vovototo l'âme.
The way you are saying it.
It's okay, it's right there. It's allowed. The Constitution don't work.
Yeah, vovototo.
So take it small. The vovo,
Yeah, vovo, yes. And which I say, vovo, you know, and which I say, you know, make us the difference.
Difference.
The level.
Thank you very much.
Because there, no.
So that's the vovototo.
Yeah, vovototo.
So
Because there,
the vovo is what?
That's the word, vovo.
The
Vovo, la vovo, man.
Vovo, de la Yesu.
Oh, man, yeah.
Yeah, man.
So you see, when you enter, no,
Yes.
if you go to the back,
Yes.
that one nobody comes to you. You be there and they will bring something.
Yes.
And when they bring it, your job is to eat it.
Eat it.
But when you are on the other side, they bring you some card. And
Then they say decide.
hello, Mr. Caleb, could what can I offer you, sir? This is the menu. Then you decide.
The other place, the tea coffee. No, I don't know tea coffee.
Now I'm going to tell that can I get what I can take 3 days. The water has run.
But you see, we've been talking about the drinks, the
Yes.
champagne, and all that is going to happen. And we have Florence Abuaji. She's from Orica Ghana Limited.
Ah, yes.
She's here in the
Yes.
studio.
Yes.
So, Fema, all that you were saying, you said
Glenfiddich. So they are giving us the beer, the Carlsberg. What I say?
Fema, talk to her. Talk to her for me.
You see, when you go somewhere, know the names, brand names. Don't just go and stand there and say Mito beer. No.
Okay,
no. No. That is what some people did. Our costume. No.
Hey.
Mention names.
Your person governor, you can see it.
What else? Hallelujah. No come for you. So when you go there, don't say I want beer. Say I want Carlsberg. Say I want Kiss. Otherwise, what you think is beer is not what Caleb thinks is beer.
Yes. You have to be precise.
Be precise. Know what exactly you are talking about.
Miss Prim, so who is in the studio now?
Orica is in the studio.
Thank you.
Orica.
Her name is Florence Abuaji.
Oh, forget about Florence Abuaji. Orica is in the
For
studio.
purposes of
Carlsberg is in the studio. Say Florence Abuaji.
Oh, Carlsberg, you're welcome to the studio.
Thank you.
So the situation, how are you situated in the mix?
Okay, so my name is Florence Abuaje. I'm the HORICA manager for Orica Ghana. And then when we say HORICA, it's an acronym for Hotels, Restaurants, and Catering Services.
That's right.
Okay, so Orica Ghana is a consumer distribution company that was established in 2011. Yes, and then we are importers and distributors of premium alcoholic and non-alcoholic wines, and then food products. And then Carlsberg and Kits are major brands. Okay, so we believe, we encourage Ghanaians to embrace a healthier lifestyle by providing accessible products to cater for their evolving needs. So Carlsberg is a brand that is well known. Okay, and then Kiss is also seen as the #1 cider here in Ghana. So on the 24th of December, we are not going to miss it. Usually 24th night is the night that a lot of people go out to have fun. And of course, you can't have fun without Kiss, which is Ghana's #1 cider. And then the Carlsberg beer, which is one of the best beer around the world. Okay, so we'll be there we will be there with full vim. Carlsberg will be there.
Energy.
With
You'll be present.
Of course we will.
Yes.
And then Kiss will be there.
Large and in charge.
We have the kits. We have it in 3 flavors. We have the we have the strawberry, the pear, and then the apple. Okay, and then very soon we'll be introducing the Kiss bottle. Kiss in a sleek bottle.
Kiss bottle.
Yes.
Nice.
Yes, and then with the alcohol percentage and its sweetness, a lot of women love it, and it's usually termed as the woman lover. Yeah, the ladies' drink. Yes.
They love to kiss. I mean, they love the kiss.
They love its rich taste. They love the rich and great taste of the cider. Yes.
So why Horace decides to join as Horeca, right? Decide to be part of the situation. I mean, yeah.
Okay, we decided to be a part of this show or this event because we want to be known out there. Carlsberg is a well-known brand that has been in Ghana for so long a time. And then Kiss as well. So we decided to team up with you to promote our brand and to let people know that we're still here and we're here for them.
Because all the proper bowlers in Ghana will be a situation.
Of course.
Yeah, so they have to see you.
Yes, we will be there.
So what should we expect from you on that day?
A lot of goodies, a lot of drinks from our brand, from the Kiss and the Carlsberg.
Wow.
Yes, so we are expecting a lot of merrymakers to come and then have fun. And you know, of course, you can't have fun with us, with the Kiss and then and the Carlsberg. Yeah.
I like what I'm hearing. Fema, you didn't tell me there will be a lot of kisses.
Is that the thing? No, I can't say. You see, there's a reason. Calm down. There's a reason for not bringing cameras plenty as situation. It's not everything that we see.
Not everything should see.
What I say, some of the things, no, you come and experience the thing.
Okay.
When you finish, then you to keep quiet and go home.
Okay.
There's a reason for not capturing the thing. If we want to tell the world, we'll capture. Have you seen situation that we are doing playback on TV?
No, we don't.
We don't do some.
It's true.
Because we don't know where people have carried their goods from. We don't know where they are taking their goods from.
Yes,
some people at home, they are in Kumasi, they are in Tamale, but in reality they are in East Lagos, just next door. They are next door. You understand? They live in East Lagos. Their family members think they are in Station somewhere. They are just next door. So cameras are not there
at all.
So it's not everything that we say.
So
you understand?
Right. That's right. Thank you for coming, Madam Florence. Your final words before you take leave of us, please.
Okay, so if you're listening to me out there right now and you haven't gotten a ticket for the Situation All White Party, I will urge you to get yours today because 24th night is going to be something different. Yes.
Give us your contact though. We want to reach you and do business with you.
Okay, so our contact is 054 180 2100.
Okay. Let's take that again.
0541 80 2100.
Good one there. So thank you. We're looking forward to Kiss and everything.
And everything. And it's a single malt drink.
Nice.
Right?
Yeah, I look forward to it.
Yeah, it is.
And the situation.
Yes.
Apart from the cider, we'll be having the sparkling wine too.
That's right.
Yes. So with the case, we have the cider and the sparkling wine. The sparkling wine, we have 5 flavors. And then the cider, we have 3.
Nice.
Okay.
I love it. Thank you for passing through.
Thank you for having me.
Wonderful. So, Miss Frames, Adiana, I say, I pick you.
Oh, I pick it.
I pick it.
I pick it. So, look, today's date is
13th.
13th
December.
From there on the 20th, between the man and woman, nobody travels alone. Wherever you are going, we are all going.
Yeah,
from 20th to 26th. You won't go for any business trip. We will all go for business trip.
It's not family trip. It's a business trip.
Who goes for Christmas business trip during Christmas? We all will go.
I'll pick it.
You said that you are going to vote already. They say you at East Lagos. That's you want to drive round. So they accompany you to airport. They saw you at the airport.
Before you know,
you went as a departure, sir. Then you just see. Then you came back. Oh boy.
No, and detour.
You do detour diversion on the route. We won't allow.
10 minutes, about 10 minutes to the top of the hour. We'll take just a very quick break. When we are back, we'll wrap it all up beautifully. Don't go anywhere.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
What happens when ancient days meet modernity? What happens when a goddess wakes up in an era of digital chaos? Witness the epic battle between the past and the present. Catch the intrigue and suspense in Amwanime's era, a brand new epic telenovela showing Mondays to Fridays on Aquaba Magic, DSTV channel 150 and Go TV channel 102. Available on DSTV Access and Go TV Plus. Dial *759# to stay connected.
Come on. Good boy. Honey, look, he's crawling. Good job. The new Cerelac Wheat and Maize has the combined goodness of wheat and maize grains fortified with iron, vitamins, and minerals also found in fruits and vegetables. To prepare the new Cerelac Wheat and Maize, just add milk. Enjoy your little one's big moments at less cost. Cerelac, care for them. Count on us. This advert is FDA approved.
Big is better. Broom is best. Happy moment starts with Broom. Buy one and get one free. It is Broom. Up to 25% discount. Buy an LED TV and get another TV for free. Buy an air conditioner and get a ceiling fan for free. Simply ask of Broom. There is more for everyone in Ghana. Free gifts and more on Broom freezers, refrigerators, and many more. Rush to your nearest Broom dealer or 0800 100 247. Broom leaves you with a smile.
Are you ready for the biggest Chop Bar conference yet? Get ready for an unforgettable experience in Peduasi Valley Resort on Saturday, 28th December 2024, as we bring the Chop Bar Conference to you this Christmas. From palm wine to asana, fufu, TZ, banku, omutuo, ebunubunu, ayoyo, and all the local delicacies you enjoy in your authentic asanka. We've got it all at this year's Chop Bar Conference. Buy as much as you can eat and drink while dancing to the best Bobobo tunes ever. Bring your family and friends and experience the vibrant charm of Chop Bar in a luxury setting. Remember, it's happening on 28th December at 11:30 a.m. sharp. For inquiries, call 0540-125-555 or 0540-125-554. Peduasi Valley Resort. Live life.
Join the conversation on the Citi Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/Citi97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/Citi973, and Instagram at instagram.com/Citi973 with the hashtag CitiCBS.
Get ready for the ultimate celebration of the year. The Situation All White Christmas Party 2024. This Christmas Eve, join us at the Situation All White Christmas Party for a night of unforgettable vibes. Date 24th December 2024. Time 8 p.m. Location The Underbridge, East Legon. Expect nothing but pure magic as we light up the night with incredible performances from Keche, the hitmakers who know how to get you moving. Isake Day, Ghana's Soul Master with melodies that will take you to
another world. A Chin Band, a live performance experience like no other. DJ Mingo, the party maestro, keeping the beats flowing all night. I've done it best, bringing the energy to keep the crowd jumping. And MOG, leading us in spirit-filled worshiping style. Dress code all white. Let's shine together in style. It's going to be a night to remember, full of music, dance, and festive spirit. Don't miss out on the hottest party of the season, the party that shuts down all parties. Call 0205-973-973 for table reservations and get ready to party. It's going to be lit at the Underbridge. The Situation All White Christmas Party 2024 is powered by Channel 1 TV with support from 97.3 Citi FM and proudly sponsored by Carlsberg Beer, Kiss Drinks, Series, Bell Ice, Verve Duvernay, Bushmills Irish Whiskey, and Blue Jeans Energy Drink.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Welcome back. 5 minutes to the top of the hour, and mums are excited because what they've been waiting for is finally here. Their favorite Cerelac now comes in a new variant with a combined goodness of wheat and maize grains, fortified with iron, vitamins, and minerals. And guess what? This new Cerelac wheat and maize comes at an affordable price of only 2 Ghana cedis per sachet. If you want to prepare this new Cerelac wheat and milk, just add milk. In fact, Cerelac when you hear the milk, that be a guy. What I said, Cerelac care for them, count on us. This advert is FDA approved. If you want to have control over your electricity supply, talk to Deep Solar Ghana now. With only 58,000 Ghana cedis, you can go fully solar and enjoy the independence from the grid. No more power worries, just peace of mind. Number to call 059-549-4113. Visit deepsolarghana.com and you will dance to the glory of God. This is the number 0549549-4113. Deep Solar Ghana, where energy independence begins. On this vacation, give your children the STEM experience. Enroll them in Nyansapo Institute's online STEM program from December 17 to January 24. This is designed for students ages 12 and above. It's an interactive program. It will transform them from their screen time. Give them exciting skill-building fun activities. Coding, 3D design, and hands-on projects are up for grabs, all from the comfort of the home. No prior experience is needed. 053-711-7334 is the number to call. Visit nyansupportinstitute.com now to register today. Unlock their potential.
The Junction Mall is turning 10 and it's celebrating a decade of unforgettable moments, unbeatable shopping, and your favorite events. Join them for their 10th anniversary. They've got great giveaways, exciting events, and all of that. The Junction Mall, join, explore, shop, enjoy, celebrating 10 years all for you. And the festive season is here, and it's giving the best in entertainment on DSTV. So whether you like your live football, you like your local content, you love drama, you love cartoons, and everything in between, DSTV has you covered. Dial star 759 hash to reconnect or stay connected and be part of all the enjoyment this season. DSTV is your home of entertainment. If you are ready to boost your viewing experience, then Showmax is your best bet. Visit showmax.com, see the wide range of things they have for you in terms of entertainment. Follow the prompts, set up your account, choose your payment option, and you are good to go. So go ahead, add a little more to your viewing experience. Showmax streaming for Ghana. And it's that time of the year again. Melcom is bringing the magic of Christmas right to you. From amazing discounts to exciting gift items, Melcom is your one-stop shop for everything you need this festive season. Make sure to spread the cheer and share the news. Melcom is where Santa shops.
Yes, top of the hour. Thank you for staying with us up until now. Stay with us for the rest of the day and indeed the rest of the week. All the time, we got you covered. Relevant radio always. That's the promise. My name is Caleb Kuda. This has been the Citi Breakfast Show. Earlier you heard Samuel Atomens and Richard Delasky. Frema Dunyame passed through. Nathan Cow as always. Thank you so much. Fred Tete Jabano. Godfred Abekodum, the richest man. Have a pleasant Friday.